You're looking live at Salt Lake Community College Cate Field for 4A State Championship Series Game 1. Hello and welcome to our coverage presented by UCCU on KSLSports.com and on the Fan Sports Network presented by the Boulevard Home. Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff, and here we go. Best of 3 Region 9 showdown between two heavyweights in 4A.
Yeah, and contrasting styles has been the theme. Snow Canyon arrived at Slick with a chip on their shoulder after losing the 1 seed in the final week of the season, and their stay at SLCC has been long due to the fact that their pitching staff is putting up minuscule numbers from the plate. Kyson Goetz went 7 strong innings of 2-run ball. Andrew Lyons spun a 6-inning gem, and Jackson Kirby provided a quality start as well. The pitching has been dynamic in their low-scoring wins of 3-2 over Crimson Cliffs, 3-0 over Timpanogos, and another 2-0 win over Timpanogos. For the Dixie Flyers, it's been the polar opposite. They've been surviving and thriving in the state tournament with offense and plenty of it. 10-6 over Ridgeline, 17-6 over Desert Hills, and then concluding with a 10-2 win over Bear River to get here today. The line has been moving, and everybody has been contributing offensively for this high-octane Dixie Flyer team.
Yes, indeed, and good thoughts there from Paul as that's kind of got us to tonight. Game 1, scheduled 7-inning ball game. They split their games in the regular season. It'll be a rematch between Kyson Goetz and Braxton Yates. That advantage went to Goetz in Game 1. The rematch with Andrew Lyons starting and Jake Andreas, that went to the Dixie Flyers in the head-to-head series. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's a really high-octane offenses. Snow Canyon maybe not so much since the state tournament, but we know what they're capable of with the hitters that they have, and Dixie, of course, has been absolutely scorching the ball. So this matchup, I cannot wait.
Let's take a look at our Findlay Subaru Star Watch. We know these two teams are loaded. We know they're all-stars. Up and down the lineup, all these kids can play. That's why they're in the title game. But who are you really excited to zoom in on tonight and take a look as our Findlay Subaru Star Watch player to watch for?
Well, we've had the privilege of being here since Monday and seeing these guys go for a couple days now. And I think these are the 2 stars tonight. Not the best overall players on the team or anything, but the 2 stars that need to play well tonight. For the Dixie Flyers, it's Ridge Erickson, the heartbeat of the Flyer Ball Club. The only comp I can draw is like a young Buster Posey from the San Francisco Giants for so many years. He's so solid from the plate, batting a scintillating .396, shows speed on the base pass, leading the Flyers with 16 stolen bases, and he's an elite defensive catcher. Ridge embodies the culture of Flyer baseball. Tough, gritty, talented, much like the rest of these Flyers.
Yes, indeed. We mentioned that Donnie Pym Spirit of Baseball Award that Coach Messerly started way back in the day, and Coach Ibsen has kept that tradition running. Their last title was 2018. The Warriors' last title was 2020. 2020 was the COVID year. 2019. 2021 was the COVID year. Or 2020 was the COVID year. 2021 was the last Snow Canyon State Championship. These seniors on this team were freshmen in that championship win. Cruz Sechrist, Tank Kelly, all these seniors remember that and got a piece of that title. But now they're the stars of this team. No Flyers left around on that 2019 championship. Went to Desert Hills. Dixie lost it. But they made a bunch of runs in a row. And by the way, Jeff Messerly, former Flyer coach, the Danny Ibsen was assistant before taking over. He's going to join us in the 4th inning. So we're going to get to that. Now let's go to the Findlay Subaru Star Watch. Who are we looking at for the Warriors tonight, Paulie?
It's got to be on the bump tonight for him. That's Kyson Goetz. He is cool as a cucumber on that bump, showcasing an arsenal of multiple plus pitches that can strike out batters with a velo or pull the string on a breaking ball. His last time out, he spun a complete game gem. The stats are incendiary: 6-0, 2.82 ERA, 55 Ks in 11 appearances. Kyson has the ability to control the game, slow the surging Dixie offense. His calm demeanor is the most impressive attribute, as he simply doesn't get rattled, and I don't see him getting rattled tonight.
All right, get you a new Subaru on the savings side of the freeway. They got financing as low as 2.69% on the Outback and Forester. The EV, you can get your hands on that for a lease, just $399 per month. They already rattled through the starting lineup for Snow Canyon. Now they're running through the starters for the Dixie Flyers. But while they're doing that, let's take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Team D Auto Sales and Snow Canyon and Dixie First with the Warriors power outage. They've got to find the way, and it kind of goes back to why you probably selected Kyson Goetz as the Star Wars player, to put these Dixie Bats at bay. They have been red hot in this state tournament.
Absolutely. They scored over 10 runs in every game, so Kyson Goetz got to cut that power off, and somehow, some way.
I think pressure on the pitching is going to be key. Getting some extra base hits, maybe swiping a couple bags, putting, Goetz into uncomfortable positions, Yates into uncomfortable positions, and then dial in the emotions. Stay focused. This is a rivalry. These two teams, maybe a little bit of bad blood as region rivals. Got to go do your job, play the game hard, play the game the right way, and let the chips fall where they fall. As for the Flyers, Paulie.
It's double play Dixie. They turned 3 double plays in their last game out. They've been incredible with the turn, and there's been no errors. I mean, no errors on the last game. They had 3. They were 3 for 3 on the double plays, so that's going to be a key stat tonight.
Boston Vest and Max Orton have 20 double plays together. Out of the top 10 teams in the state, the next highest player is Andrew Lyon of Snow Canyon. He's been a part of 10 double plays. There's only one entire team at 23 that has more double plays than Vest and Orton alone. That's how dynamic that double play has been up the middle for the Flyers defense.
Absolutely. It's a quick way to steal 2 outs and get a huge momentum play for your pitcher.
And CB, Cooper Bartholomew, has also been a part of that. Then they got to stay hot, and they got to get their star power going early and often. Those are your Team D keys to the game. All right, quick break. We'll be back with some baseball and our House of Jump starting lineups. It's the state championship Flyers Warriors coming up.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Remember when Down East was all scratch and dent furniture? Your go-to for dorm rooms, kids' rooms, and first homes? Well, the times have changed and Down East has changed with you. Down East is proud to offer our beautiful collection of high-quality furniture designed to elevate your space and make a statement. From stylish sofas and dining tables to cozy bedroom collections. If you're starting fresh or looking to upgrade, Down East has everything you need to create the home you'll love.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Welcome back here to the ballpark, Kate Field. Pre-game brought to you all year long here on the Fan Sports Network and during our tournament coverage on KSLSports.com by Bucks Ace Hardware. Think Bucks for all your lawn, garden, home needs. Of course, their gun department, ammo. They've got a bunch of cool stuff over there. Think Bucks, 3 Southern Utah locations. Paulie, let's take a look at the House of Jump starting lineups. And really, you can go back to Monday's starting lineups, and they're almost identical. In fact, I think that they actually are identical because this has kind of been the lineup for Danny Ibsen, the skipper of the Dixie Flyers, and Reed Seacrest of the Snow Canyon Warriors when they have Yates on the mound or they have Goetz on the mound. And so let's take a look at those starters and appreciate House of Jump, 415 South Dixie Drive. Anybody going down to St. George, make sure and stop on by. Make sure and plan your kid's next birthday party at House of Jump. Check out all the details, houseofjump.com.
All right, for the Snow Canyon Warriors, leading off and in right field, that's Micaiah Swenson. Batting second in left field, that's Damon Entz. Batting third and DHing today, that's Ryder Harrison. Batting fourth, that's Cruz Seacrest at shortstop. Batting fifth, that will be Hayden Smith, the catcher. Batting sixth, that'll be Tank Kelly in the hot corner at third base. Batting seventh, the stud pitcher, but playing first base today, that's Andrew Lyon. Number 8 in the order is Ledger Ship at second base. And the ninth hitter, Corbin Hafen, in center field. And the pitcher is Kyson Goetz.
Yep, we'll see them. They are the visiting team. They will be the visiting team for Game 1 and for Game 2. If we get to the if necessary game, they'll flip a coin to see who is the home team. For Dixie, defensively, Ridge will catch. Boston Vest at short. Yates on the bump. Turley the DH. Levitt at third. Franco out in center. Orton, the second baseman, Cooper Bartholomew, CB's over there at first, Isaac Zepp is in right, and James Lee will play in left but not hit. And let's put 7 innings into play here. 7 o'clock, we're right on time. And play-by-play brought to you by Intermountain Sports Performance. And let's go. Braxton Yates, the lefty, fires it in there. Outside, ball 1 to Swenson.
Makayo, sorry, Devin. Makayo
Lifts
puts
that one. And it's going to get drop in there, right center field, and he's going to have a leadoff double. Swenson sliding in feet first, touches the bag, and the Warriors are out of the dugout celebrating after that leadoff hit.
And that's got to be a welcome sight, as the Warriors' run production really hasn't been there the first couple days, but to get a leadoff double from Ryder Harrison right out of the gate, good to see.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they've hung their hat on their pitching, but we know that they can absolutely swing the bat. I mean, we'll get to the team batting averages for these two teams. They are off the charts high for the high school level. In fact, the team batting average for the Snow Canyon Warriors, 356, Paulie, is Damon Ince, who leads the team in average from the everyday players, steps in from the left side. That pitch in for a called strike at the knees. You look at that in contrast to Dixie. Dixie, 356. Exact same numbers as a team. Isn't that incredible as we're in Game 1 of a championship series?
It's also incredible Damon Ince's batting average. If you've been with us the last couple of days, you know that he is one of the best batters in the state, hitting a scorching 460, the senior.
And the 1-1 delivery, slider stays down and away. And it's 2-1 here with Swenson on second after that leadoff double. Nobody out, just early moments here of our Boulevard Home Championship Series. And a lot of people have made the trip up. Saw a couple people earlier, as that's a chopper and a Fabulous Freddy's foul ball, that weren't here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's the nice thing about Friday, Saturday. Some people get off work, able to make the trip up from St. George. Yeah. Every seat is not taken, but they are halfway down the line where the seats extend down. There's about 4 rows of seating in the foul territory down the first and second base dugout here, and then a little bit more room behind home plate. Yates, here's the 2-2 pitch, right back up the middle. Vest gets to it. Vest, the transfer, the throw in time. It'll move Mikhail Swenson over to third base, 1 away.
And that ball looked like it was labeled for center field, but, man, the slide over and the put away for the Flyers is super impressive. And what a start defensively for the Flyers and offensively for the Warriors. Kind of talked about the contrasting styles in the pregame. We're seeing a little bit of both from these teams.
And they'll peel the check swing on the first pitch to Ryder Harrison. Strike 1. You look at the pitching for Yates, 2.60 ERA, 5-1 record in 8 appearances, 1 complete game, and he has been very stingy. 35 innings pitched. And for Yates, opponent's hitting 269 off of him. He's ahead in the count, now 1-2 to Ryder Harrison.
Harrison, a 360 hitter, 27 RBIs, 8 doubles, 2 triples, 3 home runs.
And they appeal again down. He did not go, so the count now after that last ball, 2-2 to Ryder Harrison. Sack fly would do just fine here with 1 out, and this might be enough. Did he get enough of it? Is it deep enough? Are they going to tag the runner? Yes, they are. In shallow right now, they fake the run home. The throw comes into Ridge, and 2 outs, and Swenson's still standing on third base.
And good thing Makayo didn't go there, as that throw looked to be right on line. That was a stripe to Ridge Erickson at home plate.
So good job by Braxton Yates to induce the shallow fly ball out there. And now here is Crew Sechrist. And Crew, right-handed batter, going to CSI after his high school days. We saw a couple kids. There was a Ridgeline player, Bear River playing, going to CSI. Deegan Rigby from Bear River, their pitcher. I'm trying to think of the Ridgeline player's name off the top of my head. But there will be a few guys that were in this 4A tournament heading up there to, Twin Falls, Idaho?
Yeah. Scenic Twin Falls. Going to be a great time for those guys.
1-2 the count after that last swing and a miss from Crew. He'll shorten up a little bit. He'll drive this one into the alleyway, and this is going to be an extra base hit. It one hops over the wall. It's a ground rule RBI double for Crew Sechrist. Boy, he put a charge in that one, Paulie.
And the dugout is out and fired up as Crew Sechrist, obviously a coach's son and a player. This is a guy that leads this team. He's one of the quiet leaders, and he just makes a beautiful drive into the gap that gets all the way to the wall for a ground rule double up and over. I'm sure he wished it didn't go up and over, as that looked like a triple at the very least.
So Crew Sechrist with 2 outs here in the first inning. The RBI double out to left center field. Wow, what a play by Crew. And now Snow Canyon has the early lead, and Yates will have to go to work on the number 5 hitter here in the lineup, Hayden Smith, the catcher of the Warriors. First pitch, a called strike at the knees. And you got another runner into scoring position, and Rally Stop is our 2-out rally sponsor here on the Fan Sports Network. And that's what the Warriors are trying to continue to do. Yates, a big old sweeping 12-6 drop on that breaking ball, and that was a pretty pitch for a called strike. And it's 0-2 to Hayden Smith. Hayden this year hitting .344. Has some power, a couple dingers this year, 2. Swatted in 28 RBIs. Got a chance if you can find an alleyway just like Crew did to bat a run in. It's going to be a chopper to third. Logan Levitt, plenty of time. Beautiful throw across the diamond to CB. And there is out number 3, 5-3, the ground out. But not before. They do get one clutch double, followed by another clutch double, and Snow Canyon gets 1 run on 1 hit, 1 left on base. We've played half an inning here, and the Warriors have the 1-0 lead on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Stay with us on the Fan Sports Network, KSLSports.com.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the court or field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 200 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now by visiting redrockrealestate.com.
Back live here, Kate Field. Ridge Erickson, Boston Vest, and Braxton Yates will lead off for the Flyers. Snow Canyon leads 1-0. How big is that for the Warriors' confidence to get 1 in the first?
Absolutely. After scoring 2, 3, and 2 throughout the state tournament up here at Cape Field, it's got to be refreshing and a good sign to see for the Warriors to scratch 1 across the plate this early on, and it's got to be a momentum changer. And now, we talked about him in the Finlay Subaru Star Watch, it's time for Kyson Goetz, fresh off his complete game, to go out and show what he can do.
No question about it. Flyers enter this championship series 27 wins, 3 losses. 1 was to Snow Canyon. Snow Canyon enters this series 25-5. One of their losses to Dixie as they split the head-to-head meeting in the regular season. Some regions play 3 series, like Region 11. Region 9, you got 7 teams that only play a 2-game series in St. George in high school baseball. And first pitch missing to Ridge. Here comes the second pitch from Kyson Goetz.
Detailed it a little in the pregame, but Ridge leads the Flyers in stolen bases as a catcher. How often do you see that?
Not often.
No, not at all.
But that's why he's going to the Big 12.
That's right.
He'll be a BYU Cougar for Trent Pratt and the Cougars. And chopper foul. By the way, Snow Canyon alumni, Isaac Lyon, that's Andrew Lyon's older brother, part of that last state championship with Crew Sechrist, with Coach Sechrist. He is pitching tonight against UVU. So Brandon Lyons, the pitching coach here, Sarah, Ruse, and Isaac's mom, she's going down to watch their other son. They're both pitching tonight in big games. Chopper to third off the bat of Ridge. Clothesline to first. And out number one, a 5-3 ground out there for Ridge Erickson. Good pitch by Goats.
Goats looking sharp to start this game as well, as he was dominant his last time out. And it was a lot of that, inducing the ground balls, the pop outs. Not a ton of strikeouts in his last start, but he can absolutely do it. 55 Ks on the season.
10 minutes into this game, we're in the bottom of the first inning. Warriors got one in the first. Flyers, superstar, the future New Mexico State Aggie, Boston Vest, had a lot of offers but chose to go to New Mexico State. He'll be playing with the Marshals this summer, I'm sure.
Yeah. I've heard Las Cruces is a great college town. He'll love it.
Of course, Chad Shepard's still coaching the Marshals. They've grown. They have multiple teams nowadays. And a Fabulous Freddy's foul ball on a 2-0 pitch. 2-1 the count now to Vesti. You look at the numbers on Goats this year, and 2.82 ERA, 6-0 win-loss record in 11 appearances. And there's a little flare. Ledger Ship at second, waits for it, flips it over to Rue, and it's a 4-3 putout, 2 away. You look at some of the other supplemental pitching stats, 44 2/3 of work for Kyson Goats, 35 hits. He's given up 21 runs, 18 earned. He struck out 55. He's only walked 11. He has been susceptible to the long ball. Of the 13 home runs that have been hit off Snow Canyon pitching, Kyson has given up 6 of them. But he looks really sharp here early on. And by the way, opponents are only hitting .212 against him compared to Yates' .269 opponent's batting average. That's a little bit of a pitcher's comparison. This one's lifted. It's going to get into foul territory, and it's going to be right near the fence. And he runs through the fence. Damon Ince runs through the fence. He's okay. He's coming back to fair territory. That must be where the gate opens there, and it must have been loose. Let's take another look. Oh, he broke the fence. Is it broken, Paul? He ran through it.
I think he did.
Was that a mesh? Now the umpire's got to go down and stand it back up. I think it's a perforated part that is meant to give away there and kind of get in and out some equipment into the bullpen area. Take one. Let's see this one more time. I got to see that one more time. There we go. Now the umpire. Show me that replay, Stockton producing here. I want to see that one more time if we can, because we only get plays like that. That is a Scooter's Coffee Energy play. Oh, my goodness, as he crashes through the fence. Damon Ince is okay, though. That's good news, Paulie.
Yeah, it's really good news for the Flyers. They're top batter for average, so never want to see that guy hurt, and he's making a huge effort play out there. Looks like Charlie Hustle, Pete Rose out there showing some hustle.
Wow. This is fun. Scooter's Coffee, State Street, and Hurricane. Now you got some Flyer coaches down there helping out. And that's me. I'm trying to do some social media. And you can hear that, can't you, Paulie?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry to just screw you up there. Glad you're with us tonight. Got some great sponsors helping you. As always, got a bunch of awards we'll be handing out. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Smith shows the umpire the ball, and he doesn't have to throw down to first base. So after an inning, Snow Canyon leads Dixie 1-0. We go to the top of the second right after this timeout on the Fan Sports Network and KSLSports.com.
Relatives coming to visit? Not enough room? Or maybe you're looking to host a family reunion and need a house with a pool? Well, Red Rock Vacation Rentals has got you covered. From 2-bedroom condos to 10-bedroom luxury homes, they truly have something for everyone. Plan your perfect getaway or staycation. Visit stgeorgeutahvacationrentals.com.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations. Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in Southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Yeah, appreciate Coral Canyon Golf Course. A beautiful day up here in the West Jordan Taylorsville area where we're at Salt Lake Community College. And beautiful day to be back at Coral Canyon Golf Course swinging the sticks. Appreciate Coral Canyon, one of our great sponsors. Get your tee times, 435-688-1700. Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff in the booth. Stockton Jukes, our video producer. Blake O'Rulian is running the cameras for us tonight. And a swing and a miss as Tank Kelly leads off the top of inning number 2, and it's 0-1.
Tank Kelly, the leading home run man for the Warriors with 5. So let's see if he's able to barrel one up and get this game going big time for Snow Canyon. Would match almost the run production from all 3 games up here at Slick. So it would be a great start. They've already got one.
Yates, the lefty, chopper foul off the bat of Tank Kelly. TK going to Utah Tech to play for Coach Fatenauer.
And isn't that great that he's staying local? That's awesome. Get to see Tank for a few more years.
I agree. You know, you're not going to get them all, but you want to get some of the good ones. And Tank can pitch at 92, 93. And we've seen him kind of be the closer for this Warriors pitching staff and play third base all year. The batting numbers have increased. He had such a slow start to the season, was sitting down around $165 at one point. He's raised it in the last 3 weeks, almost 100 points because he started to heat up. And they're battling right now as that one's a fabulous Freddie's foul ball into the dirt.
And it's not only a good get for Coach Fade as a player, but as a person too. You know, he's a building block, a character locker room guy.
Yeah, I've said this before, and I know you've heard me, that I was very impressed with the Snow Canyon players that donated their time to the special needs of kind of a softball game that they put on for the youth in Southern Utah a couple of weeks ago. And that last pitch on a 3-2 count is missing. Where'd that miss at? That looked all over the plate. It had to be just a little too tall, a little bit upstairs, but Tank Kelly is aboard a base on balls walk.
Good eye there by Tank, as that was a borderline pitch from Braxton Yates. I thought it could have gone either way, but the walk is surrendered. Tank Kelly's on, and here we go now for the Warriors.
Here is Andrew Lyon. Lyon this year at the plate, hitting .250, 16 RBIs. Lyon has 2 doubles, 1 dinger.
I saw his home run in a game against Mountain View.
That was in the regional, the super regional.
That ball was absolutely annihilated.
Snow Canyon as a team has got 14 home runs this year, and that's a chopper into the dirt. In comparison, Dixie's hit 10. Some would say, well, you know, Snow Canyon's home ballpark has got, you know, a little bit
shorter,
less
porch
dimensions than Flyer Field.
Yeah.
But they really didn't hit that many at home. In fact, the first game of the season, I think they hit 4 out, and then they were stuck on 4 for weeks. Chopper to third. Levitt's going to go to second. Orton gobbles that up to get the lead runner. That was an interesting decision that ended up being the right decision for the levitator, Logan Levitt.
That's right. A very savvy decision, but it could have gone back poorly if it didn't work out, but he was able to get it there just in the nick of time to get that out. And now the first out of the inning for Braxton Yates with a runner on.
Glad you're with us here. Appreciate Luke Udy, American Family Insurance, one of our great sponsors of the state baseball tournament. Nets on Fire. We won't have any other baseball scores. Can tell you our Nets on Fire scoreboard update from the softball state championships earlier today. Ridgeline blanked Desert Hills 5-0. The Ridgeline softball team, the number 1 seed, Desert Hills number 2 seed, they'll play game 2 of the series tomorrow at noon. Ridgeline has not given up a run in the state softball tournament yet, though. So Desert Hills going to have to find a way to get a gym in the circle from Lulu West, and they're going to have to scratch a couple across if they're going to get that into a 3-game series. Outside, that one missing, 2-0, quickly to Ledger Ship. Ledger hitting it at a 317 clip. He's a junior. CB holding the runner. Here comes Yates. You know, I remember when Kaylor Yates was a star shortstop for this Flyer team. They've been a factory, and now you look at Boston Vest, who's been at that position for 4 years. We mentioned all the double play balls. That's going to be a fair ball. Ridge is going to go down to second, and then the throw to first in time. There's the double play magic. This time, Ridge Erickson starts it off, and it's a double play brought to you by Patio Furniture St. George. Take another look at that one, as that was sensational, Paul.
Yeah, it was just pure magic here. As it seems like this team, it was double play Dixie. The double play magic of the state tournament has just been flowing for the Flyers as they get another one and they're out of the inning.
Worth another look there is, man, oh man, this Dixie team, it's just a chopper in front of the plate, and Ridge Erickson, the future BYU Cougar, goes down to second. The relay just in time, double play again. The Flyers, that is their 6th double play in the state tournament so far. Wow. Take a break. Be right back. 1-0 Warriors have the lead.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Scooter's Coffee and Hurricane is the best way to start your day or get you through your day. From breakfast sandwiches to cinnamon rolls to amazing smoothies and, of course, coffee. Anytime is a good time to sip and smile. Scooter's Coffee, open 7 days a week.
Hi, I'm Jermaine O'Jegman from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and skate The Rink. The Rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday parties. We now have a karaoke room and retro skate night every Friday night. Visit skatetherink.com to learn more and let the good times roll at The Rink.
Yeah, what are you doing on a Friday night? Well, if you're listening or watching, maybe afterwards, go over to the rink. Check it out, skatetherink.com. Probably got some karaoke going tonight or a little music, maybe a live DJ. They got so much fun stuff. Skatetherink.com over there in the Be More Sports Complex in St. George. Here is Guys and Goats, right-handed pitch. Breaking ball, just a little bit tall to Carter Turley. Turley, the designated hitter. He's a junior. He has been raking all year long. Turley hitting .388. Turley has reached 8 out of 12 times in this state tournament. Trace Franco has reached 10 out of 12 times. So these 5-6 hitters, or 6-7 hitters, wherever they're at. Turley's at 4 and Franco's at 6 in the lineup today have been very productive in this state tournament.
Yes, indeed.
And so is the guy in between them, Logan Levitt, who is on deck. 2-1 after a swing and a miss. Turley steps out, now steps back in. Rocking number 16. Doc Gooden rocked 16, Paul. I remember the other day we were talking about baseball number 16. There's not a lot of them.
Yeah. That is a good 16.
But Doc Gooden wore 16.
Yeah. Played on those Mets teams. Darryl Strawberry crew.
Yes. 2-2 pitch. Got him. Backwards K. Brought to you by S&S Mechanical. That is the second K in a row. If you go back to in the first inning when he struck out Yates, this time he gets Turley.
And Goat's not known as a power pitcher strikeout guy, but he's got 55 on the season in 11 appearances.
57 now 57, after the 2 today, yes. We see a lot of strikeouts from the Warriors pitching. And there's a swing and a drive. Not going to leave the park, but it could be troubled. And it is going to one-hop ground rule double. It's a one-out double for Logan, the levitator Levitt. How about that? Here come the Flyers. They've got an extra base hit.
And that was Logan Levitt showing his hitting prowess at the plate as he squared that really good pitch, good location from Kyson Goetz, but he just lifted it and got a good piece of it to get that ground rule double.
Yep. So Levitt now on second. And Flyers have a little something working. Everybody kind of resets. Now Trace Franco with a duck on the pond, Paulie.
And just one out. We've seen this team score 10 runs in every game since they've gotten to SLCC.
And strike one. Couldn't find it.
So the offense has been scorching hot, not just the prime time guys. I'm talking 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way down. Like you were saying, Franco's reached 10 out of 12 plate appearances.
Runner on second base. Wind now. The wind is blowing out to left. Probably hurting anything to right center, but anything to left center is getting wind aid. And there's a chopper high. Got to wait for it. Tank's now got to fire it, and he couldn't quite get there. Franco with the wheels is safe. Levitt had to stay put at second.
And you look over at Tank. He showed a little bit of frustration there on the replay as we look at the Red Rock Real Estate replay. Tank Kelly whips this ball over, but just not quite.
He's got to wait too long. He just went so high.
And he's got about the strongest arm of anybody out there as far as velo goes. So we know if anyone's going to get it there, it'd be him.
And Coach Sechrist is going to wander out and ask the field umpire on the first base side what he saw. You know, this is strategized, right? We've seen Coach Ibsen, Coach Sechrist do this on occasion where you maybe aren't going to get the overturned call here, but you're fighting for your guys. Maybe the lobby helps you get a call a little bit later. I mean, everything matters when you're in the state championship.
That's right. The age-old working the officials, and it's in any sport, you know. So
and Tank Kelly threw that pitch, or not pitch. He probably threw it from third as fast as he pitches it. I bet he threw that 85 miles an hour across the diamond. But because it hit the plate and went so high, he just had to wait on it so long. It's going to be a Franco hit. So a double by Levitt, a Franco infield single, and now 2 on with 1 out for the man I call Mighty Mite Max Orton, the second baseman.
Max Orton has been quite the player for the Flyers this year, defensively a stud, and at the plate has quite the acumen as well. A 286 hitter, 25 RBIs, 5 doubles.
Chopper off the bat of Orton. Well, the Ortons, most of them in Utah originated in the Panguitch area. All great athletes. His dad was a 2-sport star at Columbia Basin College playing baseball and basketball. His little sister, Max's little sister, really good hooper. Going to be a freshman at Dixie next year. By the way, the new Dixie girls high school basketball coach, Casey Winters, Paul.
Wow.
That announcement came a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, he's going to take over. He's going to stay. You know, he was the Crimson Boys coach, had stints with John Judkins. He was Bear Rivers coach for a while, but he's going to stay the director at Nets on Fire, but he's going to take that girls' job with Dixie. He has a daughter coming into the program. We're going to lose an analyst. He's been, since he stopped coaching at the high school level, he's been doing some work for us during basketball season on the Fan Sports Network.
Always love his takes and analysis.
He's the P.J. Carlissimo of
St.
high school sports
yeah.
and hoops on the network. Strike there to Max. 2-2 the count now. Goats ready to go. His dad said hi to me when we were pregame and was walking back up to the press box. He said, I love the Greg Maddux reference the other day. Kyson had a glove on Monday on a hot shot back to him. And I said, that looks like Greg Maddux. And his dad said he got a kick out of that one. And chopper foul off the bat of Max is there. You can see rocking number 1. Tank Kelly rocks number 1 for the Warriors. Max Orton for the Flyers. 2-2 pitch. Here's Goats right-handed delivery just on the outside edge off the plate, and the count rolls full, 3-2.
And one pitch can have a ripple effect throughout a whole game, and this pitch right here is either 2 outs, 2 on, or loaded up with 1 out. So this is a big swing pitch for the Warriors.
Pop up out there into right field. Mikaio Swinson coming in, and that'll be out number 2. Levitt's not going to try to tag. It wasn't hit deep enough, and Swinson's got a really good arm.
And a lot of pitchers would crumble in this time in this game, in an early situation where you're starting to feel stress, a lineup that's put up 10-plus every game they've been here. But Kyson Goats, we talked about it in the pregame, the Findlay Subaru Star Watch. He's just cool as a cucumber. He's super calm up there. He never really gets rattled. His demeanor never changes if there's 3 runners on or none.
And that's kind of how this guy is for the Flyers. Stays in his lane, does his thing. I was talking with his dad before the game. I said, I really don't know CB very well, Cooper Bartholomew. We call him CB. And he's like, yeah, he's just real quiet, just a grinder, just works hard, just loves to play. And he said he's good a kid as you could ever ask for. And there's a hot shot off the bat. Ledger Ship, a diving stab. The flip to second in time. How about Ledger Ship flashing the leather there, Paulie?
I know his brother Britt's down there fired up as Ledger made one of the best defensive plays we've seen all state tournament there. Wow, what a play by Ledger Ship. Ranging, able to get that ball and whip it over for the out. And the dugout's just about as fired up as he is.
Yeah, you can see Warriors lead it 1-0, and the Flyers leave a couple runners out there on base. We go to the next inning here with the Warriors on the Wilkinson scoreboard leading Dixie 1-0. This is exciting, folks. Stick around.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Did you know that it costs less to maintain your equipment than to repair it? Yet 90% of breakdowns are caused by system neglect. Give your heating, cooling, and plumbing the care they deserve. For all your air conditioning and plumbing needs, turn to the experts.
This is Parker. This is Jason with Team D Auto Sales.
Supporting local sports for over 20 years.
That's 2 decades. Come to Team D Auto Sales at 488 East St. George Boulevard.
Or TeamDAutoSales.com.
Yeah!
Team D, Team D.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
And welcome back to Kate Field. Here we go, top of the 3rd inning. And take another look. That pitch, 1-0 now, as the Warriors got a huge defensive play. We'll roll it after this pitch from Yates. And Hafen going to hit that one foul down the line. Here is the play moments ago. Watch CB put a charge in this Ledger Ship, diving, extends, and barely gets the flip to Sechrist for the out. Unbelievable plays already in this game. We've seen a couple of them, Paulie, just like that.
Absolutely. From the plate and from, as we see time called and given. From the plate and out in the field, we've seen some great plays, some great hits.
Yep.
And this is exactly what I expected. A 1-0 game in the 3rd, a tightly contested game. As we see these teams really digging in here as they know this is for all the marbles.
Yeah, no question. Game 1 tonight. Game 2 will be tomorrow at 11 a.m., and then potentially a Game 3 if necessary, about 35 minutes after that Game 1. And there's a rip shot off the bat of Hafen into right field for a sharply hit single. That is just the way the bottom of this order does it, right? They just find ways to get aboard. A deadly lineup for Snow Canyon top to bottom. Although they've been winning low-scoring games in this state tournament, both these teams, as we mentioned, coming in with over 360 team batting average. And you've got to have guys at the bottom of the order that can swing it if you're going to do that.
That's right, and we've seen the Warriors rack up 3 hits early. It's kind of an offensive revival early on in this game.
1 on, nobody out after that leadoff hit by Corbin Hafen. And now we're back to the top of the order, and Makayo Swenson for Snow Canyon nursing a 1-0 lead. They scored in the first. Cruz Sechrist RBI. Swatted in Swenson, who had a double. That's the only run of the game thus far. Warriors looking for more here in the top of the third. Swenson, big wide stance, big cut. Flares it down the line. It's a fabulous Freddy's foul ball. Fuel it up, wash it down. You're in your car feeling fabulous. Coupon books are on sale for your graduates or for Father's Day. Stop by. They're 30% off at both Fabulous Freddy's. Of course, locations in Lehigh now, and Sandy, and Las Vegas. And they got big gas savings. Get 20% off, or 20 cents off per gallon of gas when you get a car wash. So you get those coupon books, Paul.
Yeah.
And then you wash your car every time you need to fill up your tank, and you save 30% on the washes, and you get 20 cents off a gallon of gas. It's kind of a no-brainer.
Absolutely.
And inside, ball 4, Yates loses Swenson. 2 on here, nobody out.
And this is a good sign here for the Warriors, as they really are starting to take good at-bats. I mean, it wasn't just the lack of runs, but some of the at-bats throughout the playoff, since we've been here at Cape Field, have been a little dicey, not the typical Flyers at-bats, but we're seeing quality, tough, selective at-bats from the Warriors in this game.
So Swenson at first, Hafen is at second, and Damon Ince at the plate, popped him up, good pitch by Yates. Vest, Boston ranging out and makes the grab. Wind, you can see, was blowing that all the way till it got to Vest's mitt. You notice how far he had to continue to range.
Drifting, yeah.
Because that wind is aiding those spot flies. Watch Vest. He's there. He's like, okay, I got it. Now the wind's blowing it. I got to go back a little bit further. And it gets tougher to gauge those the further out in the outfield you are. But a sure-handed out there for Boston Vest, right, Paulie?
Yeah.
And here is Ryder Harrison. Brett Harrison, his dad, is kind of the analyst, the inside the numbers guy for this Warrior team. Does a lot of film, does a lot of statistics. And Ryder, I was chatting with his dad and coach about the decision to. He just wanted to focus on academics. He has 4 or 5 offers to go play. He swings a smooth bat. He's got one of the prettiest swings you'll see at the high school level. But he wants to do big things, and whenever you score over 30 on an ACT, hard to argue this kid isn't going to be one of the most successful kids on this Warrior team when he grows up and does big boy things, right?
That's right.
He's doing big boy things at the plate right now. If he can knock in a run, he's got no reason why he can't find a Yates pitch here. 2 on, 1 out, and being very patient, 3-0, and there's a good pitch from Yates down bottom of the K zone for strike 1. He had the take sign on. And here comes the 3-1 pitch from Braxton Yates. He'd love another one of those Dixie double plays. Oh, he lost him. Bases loaded. He was trying to stay down in the zone maybe and get one of those grounders. And here comes Dave Horlocker, the pitching coach, out of the Dixie dugout to have a talk with Braxton Yates.
We saw a little bit from this in the Ridgeline game where Yates started, where Dixie won 10-6, and he was hit a little bit. He was gotten to by the Riverhawks, and we're seeing the Warriors kind of have their way a little bit early in this one with the walks and 3 hits. So a little time to settle him down here. We know Braxton Yates, ultra talented, just a scintillating pitcher from the mound, but not having as easy of a go as it against the Warriors today.
Well, he gives up a hit to Hafen and then back-to-back walks.
Now the Warriors are 1 hit away from kind of early on blowing this game open a little bit.
1 out here in the inning. And sorry, that's Harrison at first, Swenson at second, and Hafen at third. Ince got out.
And enter Cruz Sechrist to the batting box.
And he's got the lone RBI of this ball game with the Warriors leading 1-0 on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. I'm excited for the start of the fourth inning, we're going to have Coach Jeff Meshley join us in the broadcast booth. Shot out there to Orton at second. Only plays over to first, and it pulled CB off the bag. Did he keep the foot long enough? No. It's not going to be an out, and a run does score. 2-0 Warriors.
And the Warriors are starting to roll here as Braxton Yates needs to get control as he's starting. That one really wasn't his fault, as that was just a deep infield single right on the grass of the outfield, and just the throw wasn't there. I mean, it was a good pitch, ground ball, but it just they weren't able to execute the out, and Warriors line keeps moving.
And that's a line shot up the middle. Off the bat of Hayden Smith, another run will come touch plate as Swinson scores. It's 3-0 Warriors, and the bases continue to be loaded up. How about that swing from Smith?
And that's another catcher. We talk a lot about Ridge Erickson being, and rightly so, he's the BYU product headed up there next year. But there's another really good catcher on the other side of the diamond today, and he contributes in a big way. And the Warriors now up 3-0 early. This is the most runs they've scored since they've got, well, ties the most they've scored since they've gotten to Salt Lake Community College.
And a big cut from TK and a swing and a miss, strike one. Yates could use again. I said it earlier, it's worth noting, another one of those ground balls that they could turn two with. One out. Already 2 runs have scored here in the top of the third. Checked his swing. Did he go? No. They will appeal, and the first base umpire says no, he did not. So it is a ball. 1-1 the count to Tank Kelly. A lot of fireworks early on in this game already.
Yeah. Been really impressed. We've had the run through the wall by Damon Ince. We've had 2 ground roll doubles. We've had some fireworks early, you're right, as Tank Kelly goes down on strikes.
That is a huge S&S Mechanical strikeout. Get your AC tune-ups. They got you covered, and they got some great deals if you need to replace yours before the hot summer temperatures arrive in southern Utah. So here is Lyon. So 8th batter to come to the plate here in the top of the third offensively for Coach Seacrest and the Warriors. Beautiful bender for a called strike from Yates.
And he's returning to form with that pitch as we see him take control back of the strike zone. And this
was a shot to Vest, and they only need one, and he goes to Orton, and they get out of the inning without any further damage. But they do get a couple of runs, 2 runs on 2 hits, and they now have a 3-0 lead as the Warriors go to work in the home. The Flyers will try to go to work in the home half of the third. There's the replay shot of that ground out to end the inning. We'll be right back on the Fan Sports Network and KSLSports.com right after a message from our great local partners.
Athletes, now is the time to build explosive strength, power, speed, and agility when you join Intermountain Sports Performance through our Season of Speed Holiday Special. Call 435-251-2299 to instantly save $100 on our 8-week training program. Must purchase by December 31st.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Relatives coming to visit, not enough room, or maybe you're looking to host a family reunion and need a house with a pool. Well, Red Rock Vacation Rentals has got you covered. From 2-bedroom condos to 10-bedroom luxury homes, they truly have something for everyone. Plan your perfect getaway or staycation. Visit St. George, Utah, vacationrentals.com.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Hey, we're back, everybody. Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff in the booth. And we told you earlier, former Dixie Flyer coach Jeff Meshley was going to stop by, and he'll join us and give us some commentary. We'll probably take a trip down memory lane a little bit here as the Flyers go to work in the home half of the third, chasing 3. Warriors have the lead. First pitch from Isaac Zeff's a pop-up. And, Coach, how are you?
Doing well. Doing well.
Man, since you left Dixie, you did an app. You probably wrote a book. You probably went on some vacations. What have you been up to?
Well, I after Dixie, we actually went to Texas for a couple years, and then I ended up in Plain City, went back home to Fremont, coached there for 4 years, and basically from there I'm pretty much on the consultant trail.
Okay.
So I help a little bit. A couple of my assistants that have had jobs now, I help out. Been moonlighting a little bit at Roy High School this year, so
I'm sure they love the help. Great baseball mind like you. Does this bring back some memories watching Coach Ibsen down there, Coach Horlocker, and those guys in the dugout?
This is. I mean, it's amazing. I don't know how to say it. It just gets you goosebumps. Friday night. I know that they Region 10 now, aren't they, or whatever?
Well, they switched back to 9 just this last year.
Oh, that's good because it should be 9.
Yep.
And this is Region 9 Friday night. I mean, this is what we live for. I mean, Coach Reed. I mean, he started on my staff.
That's
think,
right.
In 05, so I love them both. It's great.
Ridge Erickson, you had a chance to watch this kid over the years, going to BYU to play for Coach Pratt.
Going to Coach.
I think he's the best catcher in the state, hands down.
Well, he looked like it on that last inning on that double play. So.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see a catcher leading off. You ever have a catcher lead off for you when you were coaching?
Nah, my catchers, well, pretty much most of them hit third or fourth. They were great hitters. I mean, my son played there, Nate Carter.
That's right. I remember Nate.
They were my cleanup.
Nate was a great Flyer catcher.
Yeah. Nate was the
good
one.
Good football running back, too.
He was the one we didn't speed up for until he got to third base.
Because he always wanted to truck the catcher or what?
No, he could go steal the bag.
Gotcha.
You couldn't put anybody in better than him. So.
And, Coach, in your years as head coach of the Flyers, how many times did your catcher lead the team in stolen bases, like Ridge Erickson?
Nate would have been probably it, and I'm not sure how many theft he stole. But that was it. Most of them, were pulling pianos.
That's right.
Guys, so.
Choo-choo. Get the train off the tracks. Ridge Erickson draws the base on balls. Jeff Messerly, our guest here. Boston Vest. I was a little surprised that he decided to go to New Mexico State. He had a lot of different offers, but he's going to go be an Aggie. And, boy, this Vest family, they're something else. You've seen Cooper over the years, and now you've had a chance to watch Boston.
Well, Boston and Cooper both used to hang out at our practices when they were just little guys. In fact, I wasn't so sure if Boston still was in diapers. Being serious.
He would have been born in 04, 05.
Yeah, and that's when we had our glory run, and Matt Lundeen was good friends and neighbors with these guys, and they'd come down on our field and practice, and Matt had a little clinic with them. So I've known the Best boys for quite a while.
Of course, Scott, their dad, on staff.
Yep.
They get all their athletic ability from their mom, let's be honest.
Probably.
Coop had a home run the other night in the win 8-7 over Grand Canyon. He's hitting some dingers over there for the Cougars.
Yeah,
I thought maybe Boston would try to go play a year with his brother, but no, going to New Mexico State.
I just always told the kids, go play where you can. They want you to go play, so. There's a day when they're going to tell you they don't want you.
This is a flare, and Ledger Ship going out is going to get to it. And not an easy out to get. Kyson Goetz is kind of finding his rhythm on the bump. What do you see from Goetz, the Warriors pitcher so far, Coach?
He's money. I mean, I've known of him from afar. I watched him, in the region Flyers a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
And he has their number. I mean, I'm sitting in the stands going, it's decent, but it's not overpowering, but it must move. He's kind of got the Maddox thing going.
Yeah. Yeah, he's always around the zone, nibbling on the corners, probably only 84, 85. He's not blowing it by you at 92.
That's what I said when I was down the stands talking to guys. You got to be swinging at that one that's down, the one that's coming straight at you. You got to swing at that because it looks like he's off speed as money tonight. So.
We were talking about this earlier in the broadcast. Boston Vest and Max Orton up the middle, Cooper Bartholomew at first. 20 double plays turned this year.
Yeah. Well, that's a Flyer. I mean, that's something way back when I was even there. We worked defense all the time, probably more than hitting. And I know Danny's kept that up just in chats with him, and it shows. And it even shows with what Reed does. I mean, it's great defense.
There's another Finley Subaru stolen base for guess who? Ridge Erickson. How many does that give him now on the year, Paul?
Number 17 on the year.
Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So Ridge swipes a bag, and now you got Hayden Smith, the Warriors catcher, running out for a quick word with Kyson Goetz. 1 on, now into scoring position. Ridge is at second. 2 outs for Braxton Yates, trying to help himself out as the left-handed batter will watch Goetz step off. Kaylor Yates and Braxton Yates. You see a lot of Flyers, the Vest brothers, and there's a charge put into this one, and this is going to score the run and make it 2 runs on the board as it's a 2-run shot, fly away to right field off the bat of Yates. Coach, take me through the replay on this one as Yates, that's a no-doubter.
Yeah, that was gone from the word go.
Red Rock Real Estate replay. Just barreled it up.
Yeah, that's what you got to do with that straight one. That fastball's coming right. You better be swinging at it.
Paulie, we got a whole new ball game. 3-2, Warriors 3-0 lead. Just disintegrated. Let me see that one more time. Cache Valley Bank home run off the bat of Yates, and that's big. When you're pitching and you're behind and you can get with one swing of the bat a 2-run home run to straightaway right field, that's a good feeling. Flyers cut into the Warriors' lead.
That's a huge momentum. We've seen it swing back and forth in this game, but now swinging the Flyers' way after the early run by the Warriors.
Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff, Jeff Masterly joining us here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And here is Carter Turley, the junior. I hear Carter Turley is an unbelievable catcher, but when you have a guy like Ridge, we've seen him just DH all year long. He'll be the Flyer catcher next year, from what I understand, just a junior.
Yeah, it's kind of a rite of passage thing. We had a few of those, and that's what's so fun, though. It's just watching them develop, take their turn. There's no animosity. They play other places. It's fun to see.
A couple people were like, Devin, what do you think? I said, I think this is going 3 games. I said, I think we're going to be here for the N1 game between these 2 teams. What's the rivalry like with Dixie Snow Canyon when you were there, Coach? Is it just like it is now? It's always.
Oh, it's funny because we laugh because you saw Reed go out and argue with the umpire. The next play, he gets the call. And that's the Seacrest effect. That's what we call it. And I'll be real quick because I know the inning went, but I'm a Green Bay Packer fan, and to this day, I will not wear green. That tells you how deep this rivalry runs.
I love it. Coach, stick around with us. We're going to have Coach Messley hang out with us. 3-2, quick break, right back at it. Flyers get the 2-run home run from Braxton Yates.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Remember when Down East was all scratch and dent furniture, your go-to for dorm rooms, kids' rooms, and first homes? Well, the times have changed, and Down East has changed with you. Down East is proud to offer our beautiful collection of high-quality furniture designed to elevate your space and make a statement. From stylish sofas and dining tables to cozy bedroom collections. If you're starting fresh or looking to upgrade, Down East has everything you need to create the home you'll love.
Back live here in the top of inning number 4. Snow Canyon lead has been trimmed to 3-2 on the Wilkinson scoreboard. And Ledger Ship to lead things off. Big old hook there from Yates, and Ship couldn't find that one down and away. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Got him looking. That's an S&S mechanical strikeout. I think Yates is feeling good after that home run on the bump.
Absolutely.
Ledger Ship doesn't go down easily. A .317 hitter with 19 hits, 7 RBIs, 5 doubles, 1 triple on the season. But Yates makes quick work of him there.
I mean, he's got his adrenaline back, I'll say that.
I got distracted. I got so excited. Jeff Meshley's in the booth. I completely forgot to put the home run in my scorebook.
I'm flattered. Double D.
We had some fun chats over the years. You were always great talking about the kids and coming on the radio and doing pre and post game.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's fun. To me, it is, like I said, there's nothing better than a Friday night. Region 9 rivals. I know it's the state title, but to me it's still bragging rights for Southern Utah.
That's right. That's right. When are you going to move back to St. George, Coach? I mean, we miss you down there in the STG.
Sooner than later, I'm hoping. So.
Too cold up here, buddy.
It is.
The summers are nice, though.
It is. But even that, I'll take a St. George summer over a northern Utah summer any day. That humidity, that little bit, it's just, yeah.
You get up and get your tee times at 6 a.m. in the summer, and you're off the course by 11, right, before
That's
it's scorching hot.
Well, I'm off by 9. I can only go 9 holes anymore.
But that warm weather probably a little easier on my back and your back out there with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. 2-1 the count. Quick meeting on the mound there. What is Ridge telling Yates there? Just communication?
Yeah, probably just going over signs. A lot of times, if you notice, Braxton's probably the quickest between. I mean, he throws. He gets the ball. There's no hesitation. He gets it, and he's right back up. Sometimes you just want to slow him down a little bit, get him back in rhythm, have him take a breath kind of thing.
Hafen drives that one on the ground out to Orton at second. Mighty Mike Max, a 4-3 put out.
Good-looking play there. As it looks as if Braxton Yates, you said it, Devin, kind of feeding off the momentum from the home run. He's really power pitching now, like Coach was saying, going up quick to the plate, fast to the plate, pitch after pitch, and I think that's wearing on the psyche of the Warriors with just pounding away the strike zone.
When a guy starts working fast on the bump, as a hitter, do you call time to try to break up his rhythm just once in a while, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, pitching is rhythm and hitting is distracting the rhythm. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, it's pitcher gets in a rhythm, you got to break it up.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Swenson, a Fabulous Freddy's foul ball as that one gets out of here down the right base, or the first base line.
I mean, back in the day when we had like Chunner and Scotty Hoops, they would hurry. I mean, I won't say hurry, but they didn't take, then we'd have to slow them down. We'd have to say, hey, go out and see him. Or
you mentioned Chunner. Tell us the story. You got this freshman. He had the weightlifting accident, and you guys needed him on a Saturday in a state championship. That had to be one of your fondest memories of one of your titles.
It was. We were sitting, debating on who to throw. Chunner had thrown a couple. The pitching was different then. It was innings, not pitch count.
Right.
And he had thrown against Uinta, one of the favorites, I think it was Thursday, and had a comebacker off his hand, and so we had to take him out. So he didn't have a lot of innings. And basically, I'm going to just say it as it was, we decided he was, I don't want to say young and dumb, but young and didn't know any better. He didn't know it was pressure. He was like, hey, I got to go pitch. Cool.
Yeah.
And he has one of the records. I know it's in the state, but, he pitched in the state final championship game 4 years in a row. And I don't think that's been done. I know we researched it the one time, but it should be in the record books here at the state. I'll have to.
Now, I apologize for asking this question because I should have looked this up before or should have done some research before I asked it. But how many state titles did you win?
I just won one.
Just the one? Yeah. That was the one?
We were in 4 in a row.
Danny's got 2. He's got one. He's got a leg up on you.
We're trying to get one for his 4th finger.
There you go.
Yeah.
0-1 the count here on Damon Ince. Lefty on lefty, and that gets away from Ridge Erickson. That's going to be a wild pitch. And the base runner getting down there to second. So Swenson into scoring position. Snow Canyon leading 3-2. And the count now 1-1. Ince likes to pull the ball. And you can see Vest is kind of shading him over there to second. He's kind of ready to cover if he needs to, if they want to try to pick Swenson. It's tough to pick a runner at second when you're a left-handed pitcher, though. That is a tough turn to make.
It is.
I think Ridge leads the State in putouts. And there's a chopper high. Vest has to charge it hard. He comes in. The transfer is good. The throw, one hop. Good dig over there by CB, and that'll do it for the inning. Take another look. There is Boston Vest, the sensational shortstop, making a play for his guys.
Yeah, as we see here on the Red Rock Real Estate replay, this ball hit high in the air, high chopper, and Boston Vest just vacuums it up, whips it to first for the ending out, and they're out of the inning. 3-2 now on the Wilkinson's House Flighting scoreboard.
Where's Boston going to rank in all-time Flyer shortstops, in your opinion, Coach?
Well, he's got to be at the top, but I'm prejudiced with the little Lundeen. I had Stephen and Tony Nelson.
Yeah.
I had Matt Tobler. We had
Taylor Yates was there for a lot of years.
And Yates came right when basically I was done.
That's right.
He's got to rank right up there with all of them.
Quick break, 3-2. Warriors lead the Flyers. Game 1 of the state championship. Back with more on KSLSports.com and the Fan Sports Network.
Remember when Down East was all scratch and dent furniture, your go-to for dorm rooms, kids' rooms, and first homes? Well, the times have changed, and Down East has changed with you. Down East is proud to offer our beautiful collection of high-quality furniture designed to elevate your space and make a statement. From stylish sofas and dining tables to cozy bedroom collections. If you're starting fresh or looking to upgrade, Down East has everything you need to create the home you'll love.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Kate Field, Salt Lake Community College, home all week long. We've been up here since Sunday. Had 4 games Monday, 4 games Tuesday, 4 more games Wednesday. We got an off day yesterday because Snow Canyon Dixie already clinched with a 3-0 record a spot in the state championship. So here we go. Game 1 tonight. Game 2 will be tomorrow at 11 a.m. And we'll have it right here on the radio and on the live stream for you. Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff, and Coach Jeff Messerly, longtime former Flyer head coach, joining us here in the broadcast booth with the Warriors leading 3-2. We learned Coach doesn't wear green, even though he's a Packer fan.
So, Coach, what do? Do you wear their white? Oh, it's still got green numbers.
Yeah.
Well, numbers count.
Don't they?
We don't count that.
Oh, okay.
And I have a gold hat.
Gold hat.
The yellow hat.
Okay.
And anything gray.
And here is Logan, the Levitator Levitt, senior year. His little brother AJ was a Flyer. His older brother Jagan actually prepped at Pineview and then played for Coach Fade at Utah Tech the last 4 years before hanging him up. And now he's on the City League softball circuit probably.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear a few of the guys are on that circuit.
So. Oh, yeah. Well, you could probably put a pretty good little softball team with Chauner Nyberg and Jagan Levitt. And
Manu Maliuna.
Yeah.
Ty around that. I think
Ty messaged me the other night because I couldn't remember Roger Christensen, the public address announcer. I couldn't remember. It looks a lot like Dixie. I forgot Hank Williams Jr. sang that song. So I was asking the guys, who sings that song? And, of course, Ty messaged me, and Roger himself was messaging me. I can't believe you forgot that. And there's a line shot, but right to Ledger's Ship, who makes a great stab for out number 1. Ledger's had a couple web gems already in this game, Paul.
Yeah, he has. He's had one in the first, I believe it was the second inning, that incredible play where he dived and saved an out. And he's really been performing well out there at second base from the plate as well.
Goats giving up 2 runs, 3 hits. Of course, the one mistake was that 2-run homer to Yates last inning. But he's still got the lead right now, and there he goes, nibbling on the edges again, Coach.
Yes, that's what you like, pitched contact.
Trace Franco has reached in the state tournament 11 of 13 times. He has gotten aboard. That is a sensational number for your center fielder.
Absolutely. Name of the game is get on. So
Trace would love a triple, but instead he's going to get his Trace strike and go down looking. S&S mechanical strikeout.
I believe that's 3 on the day for Kyson Goats, brings him up to 58 on the season. Came into the game talking about how he's not a power pitcher, not a high velo guy, but he still finds his spots, nibbles on the corners like you say, and he puts another Flyer batter away there.
Here is mighty Max Orton All the Ortons from Penguich originally, right, Coach?
That's what I heard.
Kind of where they originate from,
Yeah,
a lot of them.
That's what Roger was telling me.
Yeah. And Max's dad, Dusty, was a two-way guy, and sister's a hooper. And, if Max was 6'2", he'd have every Division I college baseball team all over him. But he's, about 5'7"? But he plays a mean glove at second, and he can rip it at the plate as he laces it into left field. On cue, Max Orton with a 2-out single and a chance for a rally for the Flyboys.
And here come the Flyers, as this is only a one-run game here. 2-out rally would be nice. Rally stop, 2-out rally would be just what the doctor ordered for the Flyers. And a good man to do it here coming up.
What did you see on that swing?
Just contact. Not a lot of movement. He's just smooth. He knows his limits. He's not trying to hit a 3-run homer. He's just putting players a gapper. So.
And there's a back-to-back hit as CB puts it out there into center field. Rounding second, Orton will stop at third as he puts the brakes on, and now runners on the corners for the Flyers.
Talked about how Goats is calm as a cucumber. Let's see if he's able to stay steady here, as now he's got 2 on, 2 out, and this is a big spot in this one-run game.
And the number 9 hitter in the lineup, Isaac Zeff, will step in after back-to-back hits. How big is stringing hits together with 2 outs? Man, that can turn a game on its head, Coach.
It's to me, it's you pass the baton, but it's almost as good as a home run. I mean, in a way, as far as because there's more involvement with the kids.
Yeah, everybody's contributing instead of one player.
Exactly, and they feed off of it. Momentum's a funny thing.
It is. Uncle Mo, where's he at right now on the Flyers side, looking for 3 in a row? Paulie loves it when I say Uncle Mo.
I do.
He's smiling. He gave me that Paulie smile right there. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I usually save that for football. Usually that's Uncle Mo. Usually shows up more during football season than baseball, but I felt like it was time. The runner's going to go, and he's going to try to catch Hayden Smith in a pickle, and he was having none of that. CB takes second base. It's a very casual Finley Subaru stolen base.
Only difference there.
Yep. Well, sometimes you'll shortcut that and then try to actually throw them out at the plate. It's a little risky, though. And a big swing and a miss, and that is a huge strikeout for Kyson Goats. And the Flyers strand 2 more runners on base, and they will have to continue to play catch-up right now. Warriors 3, Flyers 2 on the Fan Sports Network and KSLSports.com.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a Bryant Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Everyone loves local sports and, of course, loves ice cream. And the best ice cream on the planet is Handel's Homemade Ice Cream. Open late every day of the week with dozens of delicious flavors. So after your favorite team wins, head over to Handel's to celebrate with locations in St. George, Layton, and Woods Cross.
Back live, Kate Field, Snow Canyon leading Dixie 3-2. Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff. There was something that happened here. I want to see this replay. The last strikeout. We want to see if there was a balk or something because it was a strikeout. Snow Canyon's fired up.
The pitch before.
Maybe the pitch before because Danny
It's
Ibsen.
when he stole. It's when he left.
On the stolen base attempt. Okay, so we can't go back that far, but Coach Ibsen was not happy in between innings out there with the third base umpire as we go to the top of the 5th inning. And Yates rocks, fires in a good-looking pitch for a called strike one to Ryder Harrison.
Ryder, a power bat for the Warriors. Big RBI guy. 3 home runs on the season. 5 home runs on the season, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Ryder, as far as lefties go, his swing is so pretty. It is just fluid, but that is a great pitch, high and tight, and Ryder couldn't find it, and that's an S&S Mechanical strikeout for Braxton Yates. Big-time pitch by Yates.
Yeah, Yates has kind of settled in after that home run by the Flyers and got some run support and starting to dial it in, and still very quick to the plate, but it seems like like Coach was talking about, he's developed more of a rhythm.
Grandma Sue wants me to tell you she says hello, Coach.
Grandma Sue, love you.
Yeah.
Great family.
Of course, Grandma Sue has loved watching her grandkids play over the years. Chunner Nyberg, Hobbs Nyberg, Jesse Nyberg.
Yep.
Jesse played baseball.
Yes, he did.
For the Flyers.
He did. Center fielder.
Of course, Hobbs ended up switching at BYU from baseball to football. Just finished up his career. I know he was trying to get another year of eligibility to play one more year somewhere else. I haven't heard how that's gone.
I haven't either. I talked to him. I saw him when I was down in March at the tournaments, and he wasn't sure. He hadn't heard anything.
0-2 the count here, Yates. And Seacrest flips the bat out and flies it out over there to CB, who makes a great little catch in foul territory for out number 2.
That's kind of an underrated Mountain Supply Defensive Play of the Game nominee there, as we see on the Red Rock Real Estate replay. This ball was in play all along, but it was a tough ranging and over-the-shoulder catch.
Well, and I think you saw Cruz Seacrest say that might be a strike. I got to just try to fight this off. Last second, just throw the bat out there. I think he was just living to try to see another pitch.
Exactly. I guarantee you that's what Dad's taught him, too.
Yep.
And Snow Canyon. That's what you teach is, hey, fight it off and don't let the umpire decide it.
Hayden Smith had an RBI single last time he was at the plate. He also grounded out to third. He is 1 for 2 with a ribby. Snow Canyon leading 3-2. We're in the top of inning number 5. Flyers are the home team here for game 1 and game 2. If it gets to a game 3, they will flip a coin, swinging a chopper into the dirt. I say dirt, but it's actually a turf field here. I asked Coach Ibsen, and I was talking with Coach before the game. I said, hey, how do the boys like playing on the turf field? And he said, it's fine. Yeah, nobody's complained at all about it. I know a lot of people do still prefer the natural, good-looking grass, though. What's your take on the turf versus grass, Coach?
We never played, but like my son played in college and a few of them, they like the fact that the hops are fair.
Consistent.
You don't get really a bad hop. It's just it comes at you a little differently. But once you get that down, it's – I've always wondered about sliding on it and that kind of stuff.
And a swing and a miss. They'll throw it on down. It did get away a couple feet from Rich Erickson, and that'll do it. Quick work for Braxton Yates. He's starting to settle back in.
Yeah, he's got his mojo back.
That is strikeout number 4 on the S&S Mechanical K counter, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. We'll see if the Flyers can tie this up or take the lead. Warriors still lead 3-2 on the Wilkinson scoreboard.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Don't miss our big anniversary sale at Patio Furniture. We're offering the biggest savings of the year. From umbrellas to sofa set to accessories, don't miss out on our anniversary sale from February 15th through the 24th. Visit our new showroom today.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Hey, welcome back. Appreciate all our great sponsors. Boulevard Home bringing you our coverage on the Fan Sports Network, our presenting sponsor of 4A State Championship Baseball, and then KSLSports.com presented by UCC. You love where you bank. I'm Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff. Coach Messerly going to hang one more half inning with us here. Stockton Jukes, Blake O'Rulian, our crew here tonight and again tomorrow for Game 2 and Game 3 if needed. And I feel like this one's going 3, and so far the way these two teams have played this one, we expect every game to be tight.
Oh, absolutely. I'd be real surprised if it is done in 2.
Projected pitchers tomorrow would be Jake Andreas versus Andrew Lyon. And then that Game 3 will be different because you saw Kirby go use the max, and he's not available. So Snow Canyon, if they got to a Game 3, would have to start a different pitcher. And I'm trying to think how many pitches James Lee pitched on Wednesday. I have to double-check that to see what his availability looks like. Swing and a miss on a 1-2. And that is strikeout number 6 for Kyson Goetz.
Yeah, now up to 61 strikeouts on the season as he's mowing them down from the mound today. And it's not just location and pitching to contact, getting pop-ups, ground outs. He's getting some Ks tonight and some backwards ones too.
Here's Vest. And BV takes that fastball outside for ball 1. Cooper did so many heroic things, the walk-off grand slam. You almost expect Boston in the senior season to do something memorable. That's just the way the Vest boys roll.
Cooper broke the curse. We had lost, like I said, the finals, a couple championships there at UVU on Saturday, and he broke the curse. It was so fun.
I was there. I remember it well. And he's still hitting home runs up in Utah County at BYU. And that's a Fabulous Freddy's foul ball. Just a reminder, we'll be picking the Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game. And we've seen a couple RBI hits from Cruz Sechrist, a 2-run home run from Braxton Yates. I don't know if we've seen it yet, though. Still, this game is in limbo, 3-2. There's a little line shot that should get down, and it does. Diving catch by Ince is not there. It gets all the way to the track, and it's a double for Boston Vest on cue, Coach.
There you go. But what a great effort.
Great effort, laying full out, but what a piece of hitting, though. Just an excellent, elite piece of hitting.
Take another look. Boston Vest there celebrating after the double. And Dixie now has the tying run out there at second base with 1 out here in inning number 5, the home half. And I'm sure Goetz remembers what happened last time he saw Braxton Yates at the plate. And now Hayden Smith is going to walk out. We got a quick pitcher-catcher meeting on the mound brought to you by Luke Udy at American Family Insurance. Get a free quote. See how much Luke can save you on your home, auto, or life insurance. We've learned a lot since Coach Messerly's in the booth. Most notably that he wants to move back to St. George sooner rather than later.
Absolutely.
Well, as soon as you get back, I'll get the tea time.
There you go. Definitely.
Yeah.
I'll hold you to that one.
I saw you were chatting with Craig Hammer. He's going to have a lot more tea times. He just retired from the UHSAA.
Yeah, that's what he was telling me.
And there's a breaking ball that just stays out from Goetz. 2-0 the count. Vest is at second. Warriors lead by 1 run here in the bottom of the 5th inning, 3-2. One swing of the bat, and we could be tied from Yates, who has the 2-run home run under his belt already, trying to help his own cause as he is the pitcher of record in his senior season. Yates going to play next-level baseball. He's one of those kids, I think, going to Glendale Community College, if I'm not mistaken. There's about 7 of them from Region 9 going down there.
Yeah, I said, I wish they could stay and play locally myself.
And there's another rip shot, but it's going to twist foul by about 10 feet into the bullpen. Oh, he caught it! He caught it! And Vest smart to tag. What a catch by Makayo Swenson, Paulie.
Incredible. Didn't even know that there was room out there for Swenson, but he's still able to make the catch as we see on the Red Rock Real Estate replay. Great view from our camera guy Blake out there, and just reaches over the wall and makes the play.
Now, mark that one down as a Mountain Land Supply defensive play of the game. Well, I was saying 10 feet because I was watching it in comparison to the foul pole. But and the angles of the fair and foul territory really cut in here at Kate Field.
And I thought it was deeper than that.
I did too.
I thought it was actually going to hit on top of the
I think
screen.
the wind's knocking it down anything you hit to right. That's why
it is blowing that.
That's why I think that home run that Yates hit earlier was mashed because that was into that wind. And we had more wind 20 minutes ago when he hit that home run than we do right now. Or maybe even longer than that since he hit that home run. He had to bat around and get a couple outs defensively to get back to the plate appearance. And Carter Turley now quickly watches Goats miss twice. So 2 balls, no strikes here for CT. Goatsy rocks, fires.
Don't be late on that one.
And Turley rips that one hard off the barrel, but well foul. Don't know a lot about Carter Turley because he moved into Dixie, I think, about a year ago.
Yeah. I was sitting by his family.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're very excited to be Flyers.
Well, I'm sure the Flyers are really excited to have him for his junior season and back next year for his senior season. He'll be one of the premier guys next year. Senior-laden Flyer team. Same thing with Snow Canyon. You got a lot of experience for these 2 clubs in this state championship, and experience does help. And that one downstairs lost him, and runners on the corners now with 2 outs.
And another spot where I checked the temperature on Kyson Goats, see how cool he is still as starting to the intensity and the selective nature of the Dixie batters, not letting any junk pitches to go. He's really working now, as it was earlier kind of cruising earlier in the game.
Levitt will step in, 395, 9 doubles, 2 triples, 1 home run this season. Brandon Lyon, the pitching coach of the Warriors, is going to walk out and check on Goats. I don't think he'll go get him here. He just wants to talk situational stuff here. And, man, what a great addition. I mean, you had Wally Ritchie for a long time, the pitching coach.
Yeah.
And now you've got a former 14-year big leaguer that's kind of in his own stomping grounds here. He grew up in Taylorsville. Right. Brandon Lyon then, of course, went to Dixie Junior College before being drafted by the Blue Jays and then had 14 years in the bigs with 7 different teams.
Yeah, Boo was money.
The thing I like, I asked Boo a question. I said, how much do you let your guys call their own games? He said, they got to learn. I let them call their own games. You know, and he's had some good catchers last couple of years, including Hayden Smith, where he can just trust that they're going to get it done. Boo doesn't call a pitch very often at all.
We called a lot of just situations, but Kent pretty much, Coach Garrett, he called some. I won't say he didn't, but it was pretty much the catchers. I mean, we trust the guys to go out and execute.
I saw Kent Garrett the other day. Kent, he was at the ballpark during the Super Regionals out there. I bet he misses being at the yard.
Yeah, well, he's down watching his grandson at BYU.
That's right, yeah.
He says he's watching both because he just texted me. So
there you go.
Oh, man.
Chopper over to third, and the throw up the line, and a big collision between Lyon and Levitt. And obviously, Tipper's kind of flaring there because Levitt, I think, is upset that he tagged him so hard. I think Rue is just trying to make sure he gets in front and blocks the bag. Logan's going full speed.
Yeah, a lot you can do. You got to let him play the game.
Yeah, playing the game hard, but really I don't think anything intentional whatsoever there. Nice pitch to get the grounder. The throw is up the line. That's what causes the collision. And then, yeah, I think Levin says something to Andrew Lyon there. And then, obviously, hey, it's the state championship. Hey. It's Snow Canyon Dixie.
That's right. I don't expect anything less.
Coach, thanks.
I'm going to go down there and run and yell at Reed.
There you go. Coach, great to see you, buddy.
Thanks,
Miss
Devin.
seeing you.
Hey, this was so fun.
Thanks for coming by and hanging out with us. Coach Jeff Messerly, he's going to go enjoy the rest of the game, and we're going to take a timeout. Snow Canyon leads 3-2 right now. And we'll be back on KSLSports.com and the Fan Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Jermaine O'Jegman from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and skate The Rink. The Rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday parties. We now have a karaoke room and retro skate night every Friday night. Visit skatetherink.com to learn more and let the good times roll at The Rink.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Stop in and see what's new at Wilkinson's House of Lighting, a proud sponsor of Region 10 Athletics.
Hey, back live here as we are rolling right through this scheduled 7-inning game. We go top 6, Warriors clinging to a 1-run lead. Tank Kelly to lead things off for SC. Paulie, didn't really get a chance to see your thoughts on that collision tag play at the end of the inning as we were signing off with Coach Messerly. Take another look.
Yeah, we see here on the Red Rock Real Estate replay, just charging hard down the line, and he's pulled off the bag. There's nothing really Andrew Line can do there. He made the play that he could make.
Well, and Rue's got to tag him out.
Yeah.
He did step a couple steps.
But the throw pulled him off the bag.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's hard for me there.
Hey, let's play on, baby. It's state championship, and there's a rip shot down the line. That's a fair ball. Extra base hit by Tank Kelly. He found some green grass out there, and he's standing up at second base. And the Warriors have a leadoff man aboard, and TK looks fired up.
Yeah, he's got the dugout going. I've seen they kind of rub their hands together kind of mischievously. That's kind of the Snow Canyon bit that they do in the dugout after each hit. And Tank Kelly gets him revved up there as he's kind of the team leader, the senior, as we see him ripping off the pads, going to the dugout, getting ready, getting everybody fired up. So that's good stuff to see.
Take one more look. There's TK out there at second base. He was celebrating. And now we've got a pinch runner. Coach Sechrist is talking things over as Andrew Lyon will be the batter for the Warriors. The pinch runner, did you catch a number there? I think it's number 13, if I'm not mistaken, for SC. It is. And so they'll put a little bit more. And Tank's fast, right? Like, it's not like Tank's not fast, but Mugavero is out there to run. Yates is now at 98 pitches. So, he's got 17 pitches left in his career as a Dixie Flyer pitcher. Now we'll see him play left.
17 bullets left in the clip, and it's time to unload them and shoot them fast. Powerful pitches here. Empty the tank. Stalk the mound. Be a bulldog.
1-0 pitch. And that one's ripped but foul. Fabulous Freddy's foul ball off the bat of Rue. One and one the count now. We'll pick the Findlay Subaru star of the game. Our Star Watch today, we ISO'd Ridge Erickson and Kyson Goetz. And, of course, Ridge had that incredible play, double play ball, where he went and got that ground right in front of the plate, got it down there to second, on to first. You don't see a 2 to 6 to 3 double play very often, but with Ridge Erickson, you almost expect it once in a while.
That's right. It's almost like it's coming every game.
And a swing and a miss for strike 2. 2-2 the count. That extra base hit moments ago brought to you by Coral Canyon Golf Course. Get your tee times for the weekend, 688-1700. Don't forget the Utah State Long Drive Championships. 20th year having them in Southern Utah. Will be at Coral Canyon June 7th and 8th. You want more details, go to thefansportsnetwork.com. Got a scramble, a putting contest presented by We Win Injury Law. We've got a $250,000 shootout brought to you by Roberts Insurance. It's Southern Utah's ultimate golf event. A fly out, and then they tag, and Mugavero gets down there to third. Almost looked like he slipped off the bag and nearly got tagged out by Logan Levitt. He just barely got back in time, Paulie. What'd you see?
Yeah, it was an emphatic safe signal by the umpire, which only means it's closer. And he looked as if he was there, but it was really tight. hands definitely came off the bag momentarily.
Of course, we woke up today with the news of Scotty Scheffler at the PGA Championship. His Ledger Ship, he barrels one up. It's an RBI hit, and it's a 4-2 lead. Ledger coming through with a big one-out ribby.
And that's a big hit for the Warriors as it gives them an insurance run. Now 4-2 on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. And Ledger Ship has been contributing defensively today, made that great web gem out in the field, and now we see.
That's it. We've got a pitching change. So I got to put my hands together for Braxton Yates. It's been fun to call his games over the years, but his night is done. 104 pitches, and they will give the ball to Boston Vest when we come back. 4-2. Warriors lead the Flyers on the Fan Sports Network. Stay with us, everybody.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 200 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now by visiting redrockrealestate.com.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Well, Coach Ibsen turning the ball over to his senior. They'll move Boston Vest from shortstop to the mound. And he's just finishing up his warm-up tosses. Of course, we know he's hitting .462 at the plate. We already seen Vest making plays out there defensively, but now we'll see his arm. Minuscule ERA, 0.88, 1-0 record. He's made 6 appearances, does have 1 save. Vest has only thrown 8 innings this year, though. On the back end, opponents are hitting just .214 against him. In those 8 innings of work, though, Vest has 8 Ks and 4 walks. And we saw him come in earlier in the week and pitch the final frame to get a couple key outs. It wasn't a safe situation, though, for Vest, who's got those white Dixie pants dirty, doesn't he, on this turf?
He's working hard out there.
And there's a swing and a drive, and it's going to be lined out to left off the bat of Hafen, and 2 away. The final line tonight, let me tabulate this up here on Braxton Yates. He goes 5 1/3, gives up 7 hits, 4 runs, all earned, walked 4 and struck out 4 on 104 pitches. 63 were for strikes. That's the numbers there. And now Mikhail Swinson steps in. He's 1 for 1. Also reached on a walk, one of those 4 we just mentioned. Had a double in his first at bat and scored the game's first run. 4-2, Snow Canyon leads. Game 1 of the best-of-3 series here from Cape Field on the Fan Sports Network, presented by Boulevard Home, and on KSLSports.com, presented by UCCU Credit Union. Warriors bats have come alive tonight. In the regular season, the games they split, the game Yates pitched was the game the Warriors won, and the game Andres pitched is the game the Flyers won, as they got to Andrew Lyon, and then they actually kept hitting off of Tank Kelly, and finally Mikhail Swinson came in to pitch in that game that Dixie won to split the head-to-head. And I think I remember saying at the time this could be a preview of the state championship. You kind of felt like it could. And a good breaking ball there from Vest, swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Swinson, wide stance, that right foot, hugging the back of the batter's box. Vest, the right-handed pitcher, working from the side of the rubber, and a big old sidearm delivery, and that one's going to be fought off out of play. It's a Fabulous Freddy's foul ball, Paulie. And I expect we got a little battle brewing here between these two guys, the pitcher, Boston Vest, and Mikhail Swinson.
We've already seen Swenson reach base a few times today. And he's a dangerous, dangerous hitter. And this is a time in this game where Dixie can't really allow another run, as they're already down 2. They have 6 defensive outs remaining for Snow Canyon to win this game. They really need to hold them to just the 4-2 lead here.
Runner will go on the 3-2 pitch, and it is down low, ball 4. So Swenson draws the walk, and he is aboard.
And this game is kind of playing to a Snow Canyon pace at this Salt Lake Community College setting. You know, they've won their games 3-2, 2-0, 3-0. So it really has been lower scoring affairs, and it's playing right into Snow Canyon's hands right now.
2 on, 2 outs, top 6th, and Damon Ince. You go Swenson 413, Ince 460, and then you go to Harrison, who hits at 360, and then Sechrist bops at 371. So this is a big spot at the top of the order for Vest to face. And I think that's probably why, even though Yates had a few pitches left, they felt like it was time to go get him as they were going the third time through. And Vest comes in and gets a pop-up, and inning is over. They do give up that 1, but that is it. We still got a good one brewing here. Later stages of this one from Cape Field on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. 4-2, Warriors lead the Flyers. Be right back.
Did you know that it costs less to maintain your equipment than to repair it? Yet 90% of breakdowns are caused by system neglect. Give your heating, cooling, and plumbing the care they deserve. For all your air conditioning and plumbing needs, turn to the experts.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that can make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the court or field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cass Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
It'll be Trace Franco of the Flyers to lead off here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and then Orton and CB. 4-2, Snow Canyon has the lead. Tonight's game brought to you by, and stats brought to you by Down East Furniture. Get into Down East for their memorial sale going on now through Memorial Day. Huge store-wide savings, select items up to 70% off. Down East, I think they have 9 locations and 7 in Utah, a couple in Idaho, including 245 Red Cliffs in St. George. Check out the memorial sale. And Goats got Franco, and Franco sets the table, taking that pitch, and he is aboard.
Kyson Goats now at 93 pitches, so his pitch count getting elevated as well. So he's towards the tail end with 22 pitches remaining before he meets the 115 maximum.
I'm trying to remember the school in California that Kyson Goats is going to go play next level baseball. Here comes Coach Sechrist out of the dugout. And I think maybe he's saying, okay, hey, Kyson, you're at 94. Maybe go update him a little bit. Say, hey, go get this guy, and we're going to go to the pin. Or does he go get it right now? He's going to go get it right now. He's going to go get him right now. So it'll be Tank Kelly, it's Tank Kelly. He's going to go get a different mitt. So Tank Kelly's going to come into pitch, and he when you can bring in Tank and that heat that he can throw, upper 80s, low 90s on that fastball, it's a different look. And there's a final wave from Goatsy. What a career for Kyson Goats. This kid is just a grinder, man. Great family, great kid, great pitcher. He's going to end his career here with some Ks under his belt. He had S&S mechanical strikeouts tonight on 93 pitches. Goats strikes He goes 5 full innings, gives up 6 hits, 2 runs, both were earned. He struck out 5, and he walked just 2. So he ends his senior season with 60 Ks exactly. Tank Kelly in the pits. We'll talk more about TK after a 30-second break, and we'll be right back here. Warriors up by 2 runs over Dixie in the state championships.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Oh, cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Paul, is this game, as we welcome you back to Cape Field, is this game went as expected, or are you a little bit surprised in some way, shape, or form? 4-2, Warriors leading.
I was expecting a close game. I thought it'd be a little more high scoring. But I think that, like I was saying last inning, this game's really played into the Snow Canyon style of play in the state tournament. They're really grinding through at-bats, scratching across just enough runs to get out in front and win the game. Like, they're only up 2 right now, but an opportunity to close this one out with their leading save guy on the mound, Tank Kelly, with 5 saves on the season. Obviously a high velo guy, strikeout guy. So this will be interesting to see how this inning ensues.
Here is Max Orton. Checks his swing, and it was a strike. Tank Kelly, probably a little adrenaline in those warm-up pinches. Tank's arm pretty loose from playing third base. And we don't have the radar. I don't have a radar gun. I wish I did, because he absolutely can light up a radar gun. And there you see high heat, and Smith couldn't get his mitt up fast enough. It goes right past his face mask to the bat stop, and that allows Franco to get down there to second base.
Tank needs to know that he's just got a 2-run lead, of course, so the margins are razor thin here. He doesn't have much wiggle room in that strike zone.
Foul straight back on a heater. By the way, Lassen College for Kyson Goats. Thank you, Natalie, for reminding me. And I said earlier I thought that Braxton was one of those kids. There's many that are going to Glendale to play for the Gauchos, like Logan Levitt, his teammate, among others. But he is going to CSI. I wanted to correct that. We've had so many signing days around Region 9 from spring sports this year. It's fun. We might be setting a record for a season where the most kids have committed to play college baseball. Crimson's got like 4 guys. Snow Canyon's got 5. Dixie's got 5.
And there's
Pineview's got a couple, as there's an S&S mechanical strikeout. Go ahead, Paulie.
And there was Tank Kelly just showing off that high velo. He just goes after the hitter. We saw a couple wild pitches to start the at-bat, but it really zeroed in and dialed in there with that. And he's not going to shy away. It's kind of like Mariano Rivera coming out, the inner Sandman coming on, throwing the cutter over and over and over. That's what Tank Kelly's got. He's got this devastating fastball.
So here is CB, Cooper Bartholomew with Franco down. By the way, Franco continues to just get on base. That has been a theme all tournament long.
Yeah. 10 out of 12 in the plate appearances entering this game.
Yeah, and now 11 out of 14. He is 1 for 2 tonight with a strikeout, but still incredible. And Franco's in the scoring position here with just 1 out. Big at bat for CB. I'm sure his brother Malcolm and his family all rooting like crazy right now for him to barrel one up. And just outside, ball 1. That was pretty close to painting the corner from Tank.
It was. He wanted it. He looked long at it for a minute there, but couldn't get the call, and 1-2.
Of course, Tank going to Snow Canyon, Santa Clara, down to campus at Utah Tech. He'll stay in St. George and play for his hometown team. And they're going to let him try to hit and play multiple positions.
They should let him play multiple sports for Coach Anderson.
Let him go play football, put him a linebacker?
Yeah, or H-back or tight end, something.
Of course, he was the quarterback this last fall for Coach Esplin of Snow Canyon. Ridge would have been a good left guard, don't you think, for Coach Munkers and the Flyers football program?
With all those stolen bases, probably too fast to be a left guard.
We could pull it.
That's right. You can get him out in front.
And CB battles back and gets the walk. So runners on first and second. And so the tying run is now at first. A go-ahead run for the Flyers. And looks like we are going to have a pinch hitter here. And so we will. Did you see? Is it 12 or 13, Paulie? Did you see the number there?
It's 12.
12. Number 12. Okay. And number 12 is Gilmore, Wes Gilmore. And I have not seen him get an AB all year. Let's check the numbers after this first pitch for you here. As he checks his swing, and it's a called strike. 11 games played. He's hitting .500. He's 2 for 4. He's been a pinch runner. He scored 9 times. He got 1 hit and 2 RBI. So seldom used, and he's coming up in the state championship, and he's hitting for Isaac Zeff.
This is one of the biggest spots all game for the Flyers, as they got 2 runners on with just 1 out, and an opportunity here.
And maybe Gilmore is a good fastball hitter. And there's strike 3 as he goes down looking. TK paints him on the outer half with that K. Brought to you by S&S Mechanical.
And for a pinch hitter to come in cold and see the velocity of Tank Kelly that you're not going to see from a lot of pitchers in high school, that's kind of a rude awakening for a hitter to walk up to the plate and see him whizzing through there like that as Tank strikes out his second batter of the inning.
Back to the top of the order, Ridge Erickson hitting .396 with 3 home runs, 3 triples, and 6 doubles. And he would love an extra base here if he could find. And Tank Kelly, first pitch, fastball, bottom of the K zone, a called strike.
Tank not shying away. He's going right after him, and I like the aggression. But if someone puts a barrel on one of these balls, it could go a long way.
Lights are on. Sun is setting behind the Ochre Mountains. And there's another strike from Tank Kelly. He looks locked in right now.
Had that wild pitch, and since then has really dialed it in.
Riz just looked at his dugout and put his fist to his heart on a tap and then turns back in. Now he's ready. Here's the TK pitch. That one fought off into right field. This could be a dirty bomb. It's going to get down. It's a foul ball. Inches foul. Just outside of fair territory down that first base line. Take another look at our Red Rock Real Estate replay from Land of Luxury, redrockrealestate.com.
We've seen a few of these. The state tournament as it just dies in the middle of 3 players and just unable to get that last couple feet fair, and the score remains 4-2.
Big spot for Ridge. You picked Ridge as the guy in our Findlay Subaru Star Watch before the game, the senior catcher. We've seen him. We've seen him show off his arm. We saw him start that double play on the grounder in front of the plate. 2 to 6 to 3. Now can Ridge come up with that key hit, hitting nearly 400 on the season. And that one down low. And it's 1-2 the count now. Big spot here as Tank Kelly has thrown 14 pitches now in the inning. And that one down low, trying to get Ridge to chase something down and away. Ridge is 0 for 2 in the game so far tonight. So you almost wonder if you believe in the do theory here.
The do theory, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, he's hitting almost 400, so it's about that time. But see if Tank Kelly can say otherwise or has other plans. Another fastball, and that one outside. And all of a sudden, we've got a full count.
The payoff pitch, this is it. This is the biggest pitch of the game thus far. And it is worthy of a Udy & Associates meeting on the mound.
Hayden Smith out there. Hey, do you want to thank some of our other great sponsors? Cache Valley Bank had Cache Valley Bank home run. The 2 runs tonight for the Flyers off the bat of Yates. Had that Scooters Coffee Energy play where Damon Ince in left field ran through the fence. They had to go fix the fence as he was trying to track down a ball that got out in foul territory in left field. Appreciate Scooters Coffee. Of course, later we'll select a Jersey Mike sub of the game. And a swing and a miss on a nasty slider. He goes slider, and Ridge can't find it. And you can see the Warriors are fired up. They can go try to get some insurance runs. And now the Warriors are 3 defensive outs away from taking game 1 of the series as they get the S&S mechanical strikeout. Here's another look. Tank Kelly comes in and punches out Ridge Erickson. Stay with us here. Warriors leading 4-2 on the Fan in KSL.
Hi, I'm Jermaine O'Jegma from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and skate the rink. The rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday parties. We now have a karaoke room and retro skate night every Friday night. Visit skatetherink.com to learn more and let the good times roll.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Scooters Coffee and Hurricane is the best way to start your day or get you through your day. From breakfast sandwiches to cinnamon rolls to amazing smoothies and, of course, coffee. Anytime is a good time to sip and smile Scooters Coffee. Open 7 days a week.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Stop in and see what's new at Wilkinson's House of Lighting, a proud sponsor of Region 10 Athletics.
Back live here, Kate Field, Salt Lake Community College. It's been our office for the week here in the beautiful new press box, new concessions, new clubhouse, coaches' offices here. I heard over $4 million in amenities since last time I was here. This is a good field for Snow Canyon because the last state championship they won it when the state tournament was here at Kate Field. But I remember me and AT were doing the games that week, and there was an old white Pepsi truck that had a pop-up window, and just so we had a little shade, we set up in that. And slick head coach DG Nelson kindly said, "Hey guys, I'm going to need that truck to sell some concessions out of." So about on a Wednesday or a Thursday, we had to switch and just go get a pop-up tent. And we were just on a berm outside the stadium. And when you come back this year, and this is just an immaculate press box. Really great setup, huh, Paulie?
Yeah, it is. Pristine, beautiful, and fully stocked for us here with everything we need.
I mean, we're looking at the double pane glass windows, the granite countertops in the press box. They've really done a nice job with the facility here. And we've seen a great baseball game tonight. Warriors have a 2-run lead. And we are into the latter stages of this one as Ryder Harrison will lead things off here for SC. Or is that Ryder? Yes, it is, as he almost got hit there and he spins out of the way. The numbers on Ryder worth mentioning again. He's been hitting it all year, 360 clip, 3 home runs, 8 doubles, 2 triples, 31 runs batted in for the senior lefty. You know, he was playing a lot in left field, and then he kind of aggravated a hamstring middle of the season, and so they started DNHing him. And with Ledger Ship and how good he's been at second, and with Ince pretty versatile, he's now out in left. Riders continue to DH, and there's a big swing and a miss and a strikeout for Boston Vest. Another K to hang on the board.
Boston Vest looked really good in his relief outing here today as he's cleaned up a couple messes and gotten the Flyers into the later innings here. Still 4-2. Held that lead for him, or held that deficit at 2.
Here is Cruz Sechrist, who has got a multi-hit game already. 2 hits, both RBI hits. He's plated 2 of the 4 Warrior runs in this game. And he'll step in with nobody on base and 1 out. Big old sweeping breaking ball from Boston Vest for a called strike. And quickly it's 1-1 the count. Wind up in the pitch. Outside corner, just missing. 2-1. Appreciate Handel's Homemade Ice Cream bringing you tonight's game. Friday night, go get some Handles if you're listening on radio or watching. Or stop by tomorrow. Seacrest probably could have took one for the team, but just reaction, he had to jump way back out of the way as that was coming straight at the left hip.
Absolutely. It's labeled for him. And he got out of the way. Probably got more of a natural reaction.
Also, after you get some ice cream, maybe go skate the rink on a Friday or Saturday night this weekend. SkateTheRink.com. Kind of fun to have a roller skating rink back in St. George after they opened up over a year ago.
Yeah.
Glad to have them as a sponsor. Breaking ball outside just had too much break to it, and Cruz Seacrest is aboard.
And the first runner for the Warriors in this inning, and ability still with just one out to make an inning out of this and add some more insurance runs. That's the most important thing right now, is just keep adding runs, because you know the Flyers are going to pull out all the stops in their final half inning of this game.
Vest the pitch. And missing for ball one. Hayden Smith with one on and one out. Smith 1 for 3 with a run batted in tonight. Had an RBI single back in the third. And a foul tip, strike one. So 1-1 with one out for Smith, the Warriors senior catcher. He is going to Glendale Community College. I know that for a fact. So I'm trying to recall all of the kids and where they've committed to play next level at in this game. Pop up. Vest gets the pop up. Branko camps and catches it for out number 2. And Tank Kelly will step in. Vest, 26 pitches in relief of Braxton Yates.
He's navigated through this lineup pretty well for as dangerous as it is.
And here is the windup and the pitch. A good one from Vesti as he fires it down Broadway for strike one. TK 1 for 2 tonight. Tank also walked, struck out, and had a double. It's the line for him, and now 1-1 the count. 2-away here, top of the 7th. Snow Canyon leading Dixie 4-2. Game 1 of the best of 3 state 4A championships. Bender and a called strike 2. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Tank Kelly. That one started at him and then caught the inside corner. Terrific pitch from Vest. BV has the sign. Here's the pitch, and this time he tries to get the slurve and is diving away, and TK lays off of it. Now it's 2-2.
Vest must know that he's 1 strike away from getting out of this.
Fastball. Kelly pops it up into right, and Isaac Zeff makes the catch, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, and 1 left on base. Final chance for the Flyers. They're chasing 2 to tie, 3 to walk it off. Don't go away. Don't touch that dial. See if the Flyers can find some magic here in this one, or if Snow Canyon will hang on and take game 1. Again, on the Wilkinson scoreboard, 4-2. Snow Canyon has the lead.
Remember when Down East was all scratch and dent furniture? Your go-to for dorm rooms, kids' rooms, and first homes? Well, the times have changed and Down East has changed with you. Down East is proud to offer our beautiful collection of high-quality furniture designed to elevate your space and make a statement. From stylish sofas and dining tables to cozy bedroom collections. If you're starting fresh or looking to upgrade, Down East has everything you need to create the home you'll love.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Well, cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Transform your outdoor space with The Awning Company, St. George's top choice for awnings and outdoor enhancements. We specialize in making your backyard your favorite room of the house. With customizable options for every budget, from small projects to complete backyard remodels, we do it all. Experience superior craftsmanship, high-quality materials, and personalized service that sets us apart. For a limited time, enjoy 25% off in-stock kitchen components. Visit us at 735 South Bluff or go to theawningco.com.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Here we go. Final chance here, and you got your 2, 3, 4 hitters. Boston Vest ready to lead things off. He's done a really good job coming in and not giving up any more damage on the mound. And now the Flyers know what they have to do. And Tank Kelly out there to try to get the save. And a rip shot, but right to the left fielder, Damon Ince, who squeezes it. Boy, he hit it well, but right to Ince, who was in a great spot.
Just so unlucky. Great exit velocity on this ball as you hear a loud sound off the bat. And you know it's headed for the corner, but just right at the left fielder.
Not much you could tell Boston Vest to do differently. He saw it well.
Painful for Vest, I'm sure, because he hit that ball hard.
Here is Braxton Yates, who had that Cache Valley Bank home run. That one, at the time, cut it to 3-2. Of course, the Warriors have added one more. And now he's behind in the count 0-2 after back-to-back Fabulous Freddy's foul balls.
And I'd look for Tank Kelly to rear back and give some of his highest velocity that he can bring right here and bring the Warriors just one out away.
You can see Coach Sechrist leaning leg to leg, kind of just swaying side to side. Nervous moments here as the Warriors are trying to take game one. There's a slow roller. Tank Kelly's going to go tag Braxton Yates out himself, and that'll be out number 2. And the Warriors are 1 out away from a Game 1 victory in this best-of-3 series.
And that's Tank Kelly showing his athleticism there, not only getting to the ball, but instead of trying to throw over to first and complicate the situation, he just walks over and makes the tag.
Kelly toes the rubber. Carter Turley, the last out of the game. If he can reach, it brings the tying run to the plate. Oh, Vest hit that first one hard, didn't he?
It's just right at a guy. It's just super unlucky.
4-2. Warriors. One defensive out away. Here we go. The pitch from TK on a 1-0 count, and it's outside, so it's 2-0.
And if I'm the Flyers here, 2-0 count, you've got an ability to be selective now. You can wait for the right pitch. Tank Kelly's gotten a couple ground ball outs here.
Sure.
Or a fly ball and a ground ball because they've been quick to swing. There's another quick swing.
Fastball, probably 90. And Turley checks his swing and took that called strike. 2-1 now the count. TK, fastball, strike 2. Flyers down to their final strike. Turley turns, double pumps the heart with the, I think that's a 2-out thing for the Flyers, right? We saw Ridge do that earlier. And a swing and a miss, and the Warriors take game 1. Tank Kelly comes in and throws gas and strikes out Turley to end this game, the final 4-2. And Tank Kelly and the Warriors fired up. You can see coming out to give TK some love. First guy to meet him there was his catcher, and then the starting pitcher who gets the win in Kyson Goetz.
Yeah, and 4 strikeouts in 2 innings, struck out the side in the 6th. Tank Kelly brought it tonight with the bat and with the arm. He is a stud, man, and he closed out this game for the Warriors when things looked a little dicey for a while, but they find a way to win a low-scoring game the way they've been playing this entire time up at SLCC.
Flyers will try to get some rest, regroup, and we will see the same 2 teams back here tomorrow for Game 2 at 11 a.m., and we'll have, of course, the pregame show and the action right here on the Fan Sports Network and KSLSports.com. But we're not done yet. We'll clean it all up in the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show when we come back after this 2-minute timeout. Warriors win game 1 4-2 on the Wilkinson scoreboard.
Inspired design. Ultra-quiet operation. To you, it's a Bryant Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
Hi, I'm Jermaine Oljegma from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and skate The Rink. The Rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday parties. We now have a karaoke room and retro skate night every Friday night. Visit skatetherink.com to learn more and let the good times roll at The Rink.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the court or field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
Athletes, now is the time to build explosive strength, power, speed, and agility when you join Intermountain Sports Performance through our Season of Speed Holiday Special. Call 435-251-2299 to instantly save $100 on our 8-week training program. Must purchase by December 3rd.
Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 11 years of local experience, a staff of over 25 employees, and a 4.9 Google rating. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Welcome back, everybody. Here, Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff. Warriors win it 4-2. They take game 1. And Coach Reed Seacrest joining us in the broadcast booth here for our post-game chat. Congrats, Coach. Had to feel good to take game 1.
For sure. Thanks, Devin. It's been a little while since I've taken game 1, so I'll take that.
Yeah. I mean, and now you guys get a nice rest tonight and get back here for game 2, a chance to clinch it in that 11 o'clock scheduled start. Take me through this one. Let's start with Kyson Goetz on the bump.
Oh, yeah. I mean, solid, and we were glad that he threw 68 pitches or something like that on Monday, so we felt like that was good. I was hoping he'd get me one more inning so I could save Tank for tomorrow, but when they got that guy on, I looked at Brandon and I said, hey, we got to go get him. But I hated going to get him because he's solid out there and he's done so great. I mean, really the only run they got off him was the homer after he'd walked somebody. So,
yeah.
But very proud of Kyson, man. He's been through a lot. He's freaking just been solid for us when he gets on that mound, and so I was glad to have him out there on Friday night tonight for sure.
He's one of the kids that's committed to play next level baseball, so he's got a career at Lassen College in California. Yeah. I don't know much about Lassen, but hey, it's a chance to go play the game you love.
100%. So I got a good friend that's coaching there, and I called him. I said, this kid competes, and he freaking throws all his pitches for strikes, and I said, he'll come, you'll love him. And so the great thing about Kyson is him and his family went up there and checked the whole place out, and they loved it. So it's awesome to get another guy to the next level. That's what this is really all about.
You guys jumped out of the gates real early in that first inning, Swinson doubles, and then take me through that clutch RBI hit for the crew.
Yeah, that's always nice. I got added stress with him on there, but he's always been a good player, so I relaxed, and he got a hold of that ball and hit it a good ways, and we were able to get that one across, which I think was obviously huge. for the rest of my team.
It's crazy that you and Dixie's team batting average were identical. Team batting average. After all these games, you guys both played 30 games this year, and you guys came in tonight with the exact same team batting average. How crazy is that?
Well, that is crazy, and there's a lot of good kids on that team, and coached some of them in the summer and got to know a lot of them, and it's just we knew back in the summer and last fall that this could happen, and usually it doesn't always happen when the best two teams in the state end up playing each other, but here we are. So you're going to get a game like that where you can't make mistakes. You got to play. And I don't really think they made many mistakes. It was just a well-played baseball game on both ends, and I'm happy that we came out on top. 4 runs is the most runs you guys have scored in the tournament, and yet I feel like you want more, Coach. Well, I'm a hitting guy,
it's
man.
Never enough,
so it's like, hey, what are we doing? All of a sudden we get out of our the way we swing it or whatever, but obviously our pitching's doing well. Our defense is solid. I mean, that's really what wins championships. Hopefully the bats will come alive here, I know they all can do it, 1 through 9, and great. I have, 3 or 4 guys on the bench that swing it well too, so it's a really good lineup. It's just right now it's tough to get runs. So, but when you're playing D and pitching, I'll take 4-2, 3-0, 2-0, 3-2. Played some pretty dang good teams here. There's no doubt about that.
And, Coach, you said your defense has been solid, but let's speak to that a little more. Let's go a little deeper. Dixie scored 10-plus runs in every game since we've been up here at Slick, and you guys held them to 2 runs. Speak to your defense, your pitching. It was a masterclass by Goats like we've already been over. But what about the guys behind him making plays?
Yeah, definitely. That play by Ledger up the middle, that was solid. That ball goes through. They might score 2, maybe 1, who knows. But they do get a couple there, and then maybe they get more. But that play right there was huge for us. And then we've had a couple of Mikhail Swinson's ball in the batting cage over there. That was great. So I think, it's really nice to see that because, like I said, we're not really scoring too many runs. But especially, watching Dixie the last 3 games,
sure.
It's like, how do you slow that down? And I don't really have an answer for that. I guess you put Kyson Goats on the mound.
That's
so,
right.
That's all I can come up with because I was like, dang, these guys are putting up runs. And like I said, I know a lot of them, and they swing the bats well. So anyway, glad we pulled away from that one.
The other play that you're talking about, Swenson, and it wasn't an out, but literally Damon Ince ran through the fence. What happened? Did the fence give away over there?
Yeah, it's a gate. It's on rollers, and I think he just knocked it off the roller.
Oh, so it was on rollers.
I was just glad he wasn't hurt. That scared me a little bit,
Yeah.
but I was happy. He had that. Then he almost made the play in left center. He's giving it all he's got. I think he's feeling a little pressure at the plate, and I talked to him a little bit about that. So, that dude just rakes. He freaking hits, and so it's like, dude, just got to relax and just do your deal, and it'll happen. So hopefully it happens soon. But he's definitely a solid player, and he gave it his all tonight defensively out there. So I was proud of that. Made that last kid. Vest smoked that ball.
Yeah, what was going through your mind when you heard that crack in the bat?
I was glad it was low. But then I was glad I was up 4-2 also. So, like I said, there's some really good hitters on that squad that you just don't want to see in the last inning like that. Just glad we had Tank out there.
It's a rivalry. It's region opponents. And the kids decided on the field, and we got to do it all over again tomorrow.
Yeah,
Your thoughts on Game 2?
Just hopefully come out and compete again, and it just kind of feels a little bit better that we have maybe 2 games, but I don't want to go there. So just keep doing what we're doing and see if we can get one more. What
would state championship 5 be like for you? I'm sure you visualize in your mind with this crew, including Crew, your son, these kids are all your kids. This senior class has been so tight-knit with you. Can you put into words what tomorrow would be if you guys are celebrating the title?
Yeah, definitely hard for me to talk about that one, but this group's been at all 4 state championships. I got the one in 21, and it'd be nice to throw another bookend up on that and close out their year. But we definitely have some work to do for sure. But for me, it's just, it'll be great. I've had some great teams, some great kids come through the program. It's really about them and what they've done. And, I had Karsten Herman and Mason Strong and Isaac Lyon and those guys from our 21, Luke Anderson and
Mays Mosier.
Mays didn't send a video, but who's my other college guy? Oh, that's bad.
Now, it was here. You're the one.
Landon Fry. Oh,
Lando.
Man, that's really
Can't remember Lando.
Yeah, that's bad.
In fact,
Anyway, they sent him a nice little go-get-em guys and get after it, and that's what it's really all about. That kind of made, it hit me in the heart.
Can I? You have to send that to me. I want to see that.
Okay.
I want to see that because Landon was here on Monday or Tuesday, and then obviously they got Pac-12 games, and they're in the middle of a race.
That's what I'm saying.
And we were trying to get him in the booth with us today because people loved hearing Landon last year during the state tournament.
He's a solid kid.
How could you forget Lando?
Yeah, no, I didn't forget him. I knew he was there. You started talking before I finished.
He does
You
have a
started
lot.
trying to guess.
I was.
Like you said, Mays Mosier, Easton Rigby, Mays Mosier was at our games against Mountain View. Crap, who knows? They could have been here tonight, but those both guys. It's just great when those guys come back and feel a part of the program and want us to do well. I think is solid, and for them to take the time out of their day to do that for these kids was solid.
Yeah. I remember that team well because we started the week in the white Pepsi truck broadcasting with a pop-up window. We ended up getting kicked out by DG because he wanted to make some money, sell some concessions in 2021. Is it good luck to be here at this ballpark?
I mean, well, so far so good. I mean, we got to close it out tomorrow, no doubt. But it's been good. 2021 was good to us, and so far so good here.
Coach, we'll let you go celebrate. I know you're a creature of habit. You got some superstitions. You probably got to eat the same dinner tonight, have the same breakfast tomorrow, and we'll see you at 11 o'clock.
Chili's was working today for lunch. It was good. So
all right.
Second time. So
all right.
I don't know how I'm going to get Chili's in the morning, but I'm going to try.
Maybe they'll open up early for you, Coach.
Appreciate
Tell
you
them
guys
the
doing this.
circumstances.
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm sure somebody on your Coach Harrison he's got DoorDash or something on his phone. Get some queso and chips and dip to the dugout. I don't know.
There you go. I love it.
Reed
Thanks for having me.
Zinkers, skipper of the Warriors. They win at 4-2. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. When we come back, we'll hand out some awards, get you some final statistics here on the Fan Sports Network and KSLSports.com.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 200 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now by visiting redrockrealestate.com. Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 11 years of local experience, a staff of over 25 employees, and a 4.9 Google rating. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Welcome back, everybody. Here, Cape Field, Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show. Paul, let's dive into the stats tonight. And 4-2 the final. Snow Canyon takes game one. A lot of fun to hear what Coach Sechrist had to say and obviously pick his brain a little bit about a game one win. But you could tell Coach is not satisfied. You know, they want to win it in two, but it does have to feel good knowing even if you lose game one, you've got a game three tomorrow. So vital to take game one. So Snow Canyon, huge advantage there. They could play. They just got to win 1 or 2 tomorrow.
Yeah, they got to just win 1 or 2, and they've got, obviously it was a masterclass. Coach talked about it. Kyson Goats, 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Then Tank Kelly finishes off 2 innings, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts of the 6 batters for a total of 9 strikeouts for the Warriors on the day. They were pounding the strike zone early and often.
Let's open up before we do some of the offensive numbers. Is your Finley Subaru star of the game a pitcher?
Yes. I'm going to go Kyson Goats here.
Finley Subaru star of the game, Kyson Goats. He gets the win on the bump in his senior season, his last pitching performance ever in a Warriors jersey. Thanks to Finley Subaru on the savings side of the freeway. Go check out how much you can save on the Outback, the Forester. They got interest rates as low as 2.69% right now. That's phenomenal. You can get the EV Solterra on a lease for as little as $399 a month. No fuel bill. Go check it out, FinleySubaru.com, or on the savings side of the freeway. All right, let's look at some offensive numbers, and then we'll pick our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game.
Yeah, we've got quite a few hitters for the Warriors here, but the most notable one is Coach's son, Cruz Sechrist, 2 for 3, 2 RBIs, 1 walk, as well as a lot of guys. Ledger Ship, 1 for 3, 1 RBI, a double by Micaiah Swenson, a double by Tank Kelly. So there was a lot of guys getting extra base hits and helping the Flyers run support. They ended up with 4 today, of course, more than they've scored this entire tournament. So it was an offensive output for the Warriors.
All right, those are some Down East Furniture statistics for you. 4-2. Warriors take game 1. Down East having their big Memorial Day sale. Select items up to 70% off. Go stop by 245 North Red Cliffs Drive and save. Let's get to... Let's go to our playmaker play of the game. What resonates with you? Is it the hit that gave the Warriors their third run? Was it just them getting on the board early in this one, taking the lead, putting the pressure a little bit more on Dixie to try to come from behind? Let's not forget Dixie did not have to come from behind in any of the first 3 games this week.
That's right. The scoring and the pressure was put on by the Warriors. So I think the playmaker play of the game is going to be the hot start. The 2 ground rule doubles. Micaiah Swenson leading off with a double. Really just the start overall is the playmaker. I mean, I know it's not a single play, but this hot start, which the Warriors hadn't had the last couple games, was key in winning this one.
I mean, if Dixie comes back and win this, there's going to be a play later, or you go back to that Braxton Yates home run that maybe sparked it, but it just didn't happen. I think our Jersey Mike sub of the game is probably Tank Kelly out of the bullpen. He came in and did his job.
Not just from the pitching perspective. Had a double in the game as well, but 4 strikeouts against 6 batters. That's a pretty good ratio. That's 2/3. 66% of the batters he faced, he struck out tonight. Let's go Tank Kelly.
Yeah, thanks to Appliance Wholesalers Plus, the Playmakers. Shop local and save over there across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart. Washers, dryers, fridges, freezers, water softeners, dishwashers. They got everything over there at AWP. Longtime great partner of local sports on the network. Shop local and save. Let's go, and thank you, Jersey Mike's. Mountain Land Supply defensive play of the game. I think Coach said it best how good that play by Ledger Ship was at second base. I think that's probably it.
Yeah, you can generally tell how big of a play is in a certain time of the game by how fired up the dugout gets, and Ledger Ship really sent the dugout into euphoria. They were going crazy after that play. I think the team decided that's the play for us. It's the Mountain Land Supply defensive play of the game.
All right, appreciate Mountain Land Supply featuring Bryant, whatever it takes. So Snow Canyon wins Game 1, 4-2 over Dixie, and Game 2 will be tomorrow at 11 a.m. Quick thoughts on tomorrow's rematch. Flyers will be hungry, but the pressure is on them a little bit, especially in a win and move on or lose and it's over scenario.
Yeah, their backs are against the wall. They're staving off elimination. They're against the brink, whatever you want to say. All the expressions, the Flyers need to pull out all the stops and be ready to go tomorrow because they are facing elimination and they're playing one of the best teams in the state who's hungry, that lost the 1 seed to them in the last week of the regular season. They've got something to prove in the Warriors. I can't wait for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. That's going to do it for Paul. I'm Devin Dixon. Thanks to Stockton Jukes, our producer. Thanks to Blake O'Rulian. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening on The Fan, presented by Boulevard Home. Postgame presented by Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. And, of course, thanks to KSLSports.com for letting us team up and simulcast and bring in statewide coverage, nationwide coverage, presented by UCCU Credit Union. That's going to do it from us from the ballpark tonight. Again, the final score, Snow Canyon takes Game 1, 4-2 over Dixie. Same matchup tomorrow. We'll be on the air around 10:40 a.m. with the pregame festivities. Until then, have a great Friday night, everybody.